Backward buzz again. Kuzma out front.
Alrighty, welcome to another edition of Flin Flon Bomber Hockey here on Flow TV. Unfortunately, no Mike Slip tonight. We certainly wish him the best of luck getting well soon, no matter what the predicament might be. But very happy to bring Raphael Thray back up to the booth here, Raphael. And if I'm not mistaken, is this your first Flow TV appearance?
I believe it has. I've done some work behind the scenes, but it's good to be
There's
here.
no cameras up here.
In the gondola. It's TV, Rob. It's TV. Flow TV here in the gondola of the world infamous Whitney Forum. And yes, sitting in for Mike Slip, Canada's goalie dad.
There you go. Big matchup tonight, Raphael. The Flin Flon Bombers, as of course you know, in a bit of a slump right now. They've lost 3 in a row. They've only scored 3 goals in those 3 games. And the big stat that jumps out at me about that, just 1 goal 5 on 5. You're not going to beat a lot of teams doing that.
You know, you talked about it the last time you were on the air. We usually are concerned about secondary scoring. Who's going to step up in that third and second line? It's primary scoring. They need some of one of these gunners on the first line to just go out on one of those tears. They've got the firepower. They just kind of need a little bit of that spark to light the gasoline.
Just one guy in the top 20 in scoring. That's Cohen Semp. He leads the team with 6 goals. He did have the only goal in a loss against the Waverly Red Wings on Saturday. The Bomber opponent tonight, the Yorkton Terriers, of course, making headlines today as well, have been docked 6 points for using an ineligible player. So, interesting. The Bombers went to bed last night in 9th spot. They wake up today in 7th because Yorkton gets stripped of the 6 points. But saying that, Raphael, still a very dangerous hockey team, and I think they'll be extra motivated tonight.
They really built off the momentum last year. Yorkton was a bit of a question mark whether there would be a Yorkton Terrier franchise this year. They got the support from the community, and they're getting a lot of support on the ice as well.
They certainly have, and full marks. It's unfortunate that this has happened to them, but make no bones about it, still a very, very good hockey club. One of the tops in the league, and I certainly give Emery Olafson, the head coach, a lot of credit. He's built this team. He wasn't hired till August last year. Tough to build a hockey team then. He gave everybody an opportunity, made the moves, and of course the one big move he made, Sleeva to Melford, which of course solidified them to win the league. Got a lot back for him. He's made some other deals, and this blemish aside is a very, very good coach, and they're going to be a fun team to watch all year. And I, for one, am very intrigued by the matchup tonight on a Tuesday, Raphael. We don't get many of these Tuesday night games.
Yeah, we're Tuesday Nitro here between the Bombers and Yorkton Terriers, and the Terriers looking very spiffy in their alternate jerseys, shades of the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, they look really good. Great matchup. Second meeting of the season. The Terriers, might recall, beat the Bombers back on October the 4th. That was the start to that 4-game and 5-night road trip. It was a 4-1 victory for Emery's crew that night. And you know what's funny? The Yorkton Terriers gave the Bombers all kinds of problems last year. Flin Flon won the season series 6 games to none, but it didn't feel like that.
Every game went right down to the wire, back and forth, and it seemed like the Terriers gave their best effort against the Bombers.
They certainly did. I know they're looking forward to coming to the Whitney Forum tonight. They'll be in LaRange tomorrow. The Bombers looking to snap this 3-game slide where they've only scored 3 goals and trying to climb up the ladder a little bit. With a record of 5-6-1, they sit 2 points behind the Battleford Stars. For 6, the Stars do have a couple of games in hand. Yorkton, like we said, since they lost the 6 points, are actually 5-6 and sitting 9th overall. As we take a break here for the anthem. through here, Raphael, and whether there's 600 or 900 in here, it's always explosive when the Bombers come out.
Concerts in this venue aren't the greatest acoustics. It's not the great for music, but it's very good for noise.
Joey Lee's below us, back in uniform tonight, taking a picture here with a nice young fan. And what's interesting, the Bombers, we talked about trying to get out of the schneid they're in. Well, this is as good a top six as they've had all year. Cormier, Piccinino, and Semp on the top line. Anderson, Ringer, and Parsons, who is back from the 5-game suspension, on the second line. We're going to go with the youngsters of Bassell, Stinton, and Seitz once again, the third line tonight. But like I mentioned to Mike Reagan before the game tonight, this is as good of the lineup he's had up front all season, battling injuries and suspensions all over the place.
I'm very much intrigued to see how the power play going, because that has had troubles setting up. It was lethal last year for the Bombers, and with this kind of firepower, they should be able to get some movement with the man advantage.
And the Bombers getting a bit of a break with one of the Yorkton top scorers, Jeff Hammond, not in uniform tonight. And we are underway. Round number 2. The Terriers won back on October the 4th, 4-1. Flin Flon hoping they can snap the 3-game losing streak tonight, but it won't be easy against this powerhouse Yorkton club. Terriers move the puck quickly to center. That's grabbed here by Lepper. Feeds it back to Carter Anderson. Anderson tried to cut across the line. Laliberte got a piece of that one. Anderson will get it back. Flips it back to left point. Here's Mounier. Hangs onto it. Shot off the stick. Goes to far corner. Parsons back in there for Flin Flon, like we mentioned, after his 5-game suspension. Tried to come out front. That was intercepted that time by the Terriers' Laliberte. Auld will get a hold of it. He'll chip it down the ice, and that's grabbed quickly by Lepper at center. He'll dump it in. Laliberte picked it up back of the Yorkton net. We'll get to the starting goaltenders at our next stoppage of play. Terriers control the puck in behind their own net. That is Laliberte. He's got it. Auld is over on the left side. He's just kind of sitting there with Piccinino watching him in front of it, and he doesn't seem like being any rush to move the puck. Now with it.
It's like 72. He's playing like the Russians.
Try to hit Leonard with the pass. It hits somebody. Icing is negated. Bombers up the board. Try to chip it out. They do. Dahl couldn't keep it in. Dahl one hand on it. Get it back to Cormier. Cormier at his blue line. Leonard gets a piece of it again. No, he doesn't. They'll wave it as an icing call. Kenny Marquardt. Not a lot of offensive support this year, Raphael. He took both losses on the way. Well, I guess he came in relief and lost the game on Saturday. Kenny's played 6 games this year. The Bombers have scored 11 goals in those 6 games. Not a lot of offensive support.
Yeah, it's run support. It's like a pitcher is not getting any batting help, as he has been hung out to dry there from his offense from Kenny Marquardt.
And they're going to go with Kalen Craig, who's been dynamite for the Yorkton Terriers this year. Holy cow, his save percentage of .943, a shutout. And he's 4-0 on the year. So he'll be tough to beat tonight for sure. Bombers try to move the puck down the ice. They do. They'll flip it in. Cormier for Flin Flon tried to knock it down. Gets it out front to Semp, who throws it back up the middle that time for Stinton, but he got tied up, couldn't get there. Terriers get the puck and they get up the right side. Judik trying to break away. Almost got on the reach of Seitz that time. He came back, got a stick on him. Denwyer will get it. He'll flip that off the top of the net. Denwyer, of course, second in league scoring. Only Caden Dury, the Melville Millionaires, has got more points than him. Denwyer, a coming out party. 18 points in 11 games this year. What a season he's had. Big hit for the Bombers. You probably heard the roar of the crowd. Meanwhile, Flin Flon will move it up the right side. That's Bassell dumping it in. Came right back out front, but the Terriers quickly jump on that. But Semp try to take it away from his guy. Denwyer will knock it down along the boards. Here he goes to center. Denwyer up the right side, inside Flin Flon territory. Puck bounces. Townchuck will get it back to center. Grabbed here by Seitz, and he'll flip it the rest of the way. Racing back to pick that puck up is the big defenseman for Yorkton here tonight, and Thomas Reese. Reese left it for Auld back of the net. Terriers work it back out to Alexander, who chipped it to center. Yakubchuk will get a hold of it. Sorry, that's Tavender here for the Terriers. Flin Flon fired off the side of the goal. Tavender can't get it, but Knutson does. He was in the Terriers last year. Dropped it back to Palin. Palin tried to come back up the middle that time to Knutson, but puck was intercepted here by Townchuck. Not a lot of whistles to start the game. 16:50 to go. Palin at center. Throws it back in. That got knocked down. Tavender can't get a stick on it. Here's Auld. He'll chip that one in deep. Picked up along the boards that time by Knutson. And he goes back to blue line. Nobody home. Terriers back to center. Tavender gets the pass. Flipped it back out front. Intercepted by Luke Lepper. Lepper will take a look up the left side. Puck will roll back down in Yorkton territory. icing against Flin Flon, 16:27 to go opening period. Great pace here, Raphael, to start the game tonight.
Yeah, you gotta like the play of Yakimchuk back in his own end. Good board-to-board action by everyone, and you're seeing both teams very quality skating, lots of speed out there for both sides.
Absolutely. Like we said, Yorkton, despite losing the 6 points, is still the highest scoring team in the league, and they've had a number of guys that can really, really hurt you. And they win a face-off. This is Ingram, the former Weyburn Red Wing. He should help them out significantly on offense, a big body as well. Lots of junior experience. Played for... puck comes out front. Cormier will shoot it underneath the glove that time. And Morcourt wants that one back. I was going to mention that Ingram played for Emery out when he was coaching in BC. Knows him well. Got that big trade. But Cormier for the Terriers opens things up. And if I'm not mistaken, Raphael, that's Yorkton's first shot of the hockey game.
They put it right in the top of the face-off circle. Cormier with a little wrister. And it kind of just, I think, Marquardt was just kind of fooled by the quickness of the release, and the Terriers take a 1-0 lead.
So Cormier's first shot of the night, and just like that, Yorkton will take a 1-0 lead. As we get the announcement, I think Ingram might have been the guy that fed it to him. It is Ingram, yeah. So that's the one assist. Cormier from Ingram, and Yorkton up early, 1-0. Here comes Ryder Ringer for Flin Flon, who I don't believe was on the team when they were in Yorkton back on October the 4th. Here's Arenas for the Terriers, trying to come back up the middle. Look out, they had Denwyer there. They'll put it back out. That shot got blocked. Bombers jump back on top and try to get some offense going. Here's a flip pass to Anderson. Anderson down the wing, cutting in. Cutter Anderson, a shot, and a good blocker save that time made by Craig. Anderson with a great burst of speed. Puck goes back to the Terrier net, grabbed here and flipped off the glass. And the Bombers quickly get it back to center. That one intercepted. Oh, big body check there. Yakimchuk will send it to his guy, Aldridge. Bouncing puck in Flin Flon territory. Aldridge back on his feet, will knock it down at center. And he'll send it back inside the Flin Flon zone. An icing call called. And Yorkton, one shot, one goal, and got the Bombers down here early, 1-0 tonight.
Yeah, good chance on the other end there by Carter Anderson, as he has got the fantastic wheels, but was met with a blocker save as the Flin Flon Bombers trying to respond, not getting a lot of bodies in front of Craig, the Yorkton netminder.
Cormier's third of the year. Right off the hop, Yakimchuk will hold the point, throws it back in, looking for Piccinino out front. Piccinino just the 2 goals of the season and has battled injuries big time in the early part of the year. They really need him to get going. Puck set back to center. Henriksen will chip this one ahead. Here comes Penrod. Penrod down the wing. Penrod will hang on to it. Back to the blue line. Palin's got it. Knocked down in front by Semp, and Flin Flon will clear it. Grabbed it center quickly by Cormier, the goal scorer, and he'll flip it right back in.
2 Cormiers out on the ice here.
Yes, we got one for Flin Flon, one for Yorkton. Wraparound attempt. Puck comes out front. Good save there, Morcourt, as he took that one away. A nice save that time. That close to being 2-0. Took that one away from Ald. And the Bombers will flip it back down the ice. And I'll tell you what, you do not want to turn the puck over in your own zone against this Yorkton team.
No, they're just so quick, and they're very efficient, as they don't do a lot of stick handling. They don't do a lot of dipsling and doodling. They go right at you.
Yep.
And Kenny Marquardt showing off his excellent reflexes there to keep this one 1-1.
Ald had that chance moments ago. He'll dig in for the face-off here inside the Flin Flon zone against Stitton. Reese couldn't keep it in. He goes back on his side of center, gets rid of it to Cormier, who's got the goal. Cormier ahead to Knutson. He'll tap it in. Lepper back there for Flin Flon. Broke it up back of the net. Picked up here by Mounier. Up the boards. Bassell couldn't get set. Terriers keep it in. Good forecheck by them here early. 1-0 Yorkton leads at 14:03 to play in the opening period. As Bassell will get to it. Up the boards to Stitton. Can't pick up that pass. Yorkton gets it back at center. Knutson to Ald. Ald can't get it to go down. Neither can Tavender. Bassell tripped up. Puck is underneath him, and the one Terrier player that goes flying in the boards. And they'll blow that down for a face-off back inside the Flin Flon zone. 13:44 to go. And not bad for Yorkton, and you're on the road. Anytime you can score your first shot on net, it's a pretty nice boost to get it, especially with some of the turmoil they've had the last day or so.
First time seeing this Yorkton club actually in person. They roll those 4 lines, and there's not a lot of different size and speed-wise between their first 4 lines.
No, they do have a big group here. There's a penalty coming up against Flin Flon as Briltz was taken down, so Yorkton's going to get a chance on the power play here right off the hop. Yorkton's power play ranked 5th in the league. at 21.8%. The Bombers' penalty kills gotten a lot better, also ranked 5th at 79. But a great chance here for the Terriers to try to add to their lead. A tripping penalty being called here against the Bombers' sights. And Yorkton will go to work here with already a 1-0 lead in the game. They hold the puck at the line now. It squirts free, grabbed here by Ryder Ringer, quickly to center. Ringer will regroup at center. Feeds it up the left side. Nice pass picked up here by Yakupchuk. He'll dump it in. Terriers work it back up the ice. Renas trying to throw that back out front to Briltz. Couldn't grab the puck cleanly now. Briltz has a nice backhander along the boards to Denwyer. Leonard at the blue line. Feeds that one back to, the chance, or Dahl rather, and that one hit a body out front, just missed him. I think glanced the outside of the post. Terriers looking for the puck back of the Bomber net again. Denwyer in there trying to dig it free. He does. Nice job in the corner. They'll play it back to Dahl at the blue line. Dahl hangs on, swings the pass to left side, gets it back, try to come out front to Leonard. Back of the net. Picked up by Joey Lees off the glass, and he gets it out. Dahl had to be careful. Had Ringer on top of him, but he'll shake him off. Now he gets it across the line. Ringer comes back and checks him, but loses the handle. Denwyer can't pick it up. Grabbed here by Ringer. Sent the length of the ice. 55 seconds to go in the Yorkton power play. 12.5 here in the opening period. 1-0 Terriers. They'll regroup and they'll kick off the second half of the power play back in their own net. No numbers on the sleeves always makes this a little bit interesting, but I like the retro look as well. Junik. Drop that one back to center. Here comes Aldridge. He'll rip that off the boards and back in. 32 seconds to go in the power play. Puck back in the Bomber net. They get a hold of it. Down the ice it goes. Aldridge will race after it. Craig, the goaltender, hasn't really been tested tonight. Stops that one back of his net. Aldridge grabs it. He's a big body as well. Swings it to Junik. Junik to center. Rink wide this time. Terriers on the move. They're offside. Junik a little bit too extra anxious on the right side. Ingram looked like he had a lane there, but luckily for Flin Flon, it was an offside play. He looked like he's going to go right to the net there.
Early part of the power play, Yorkton doing a good job setting up, and noticed they put Carter Brills right in front of Marquardt with a big 6-1 frame, trying to get a redirection or just trying to frustrate the Bomber netminder.
11:55 to go. The shots are 3-1 Terriers. They've got a goal. It's 1-0. 14 seconds remaining on their first power play of the game. That's picked up by Schaefer. Nice job by Stitton to knock it down. 1-on-1 here against Aldridge. Stitton will try to go wide on him. Hangs on. Good work here by the 17-year-old. Back to Mounier. Shot, weak one. And grabbed here quickly by Judik. Power play over. And the Bombers are back to 5 aside. Pass up the right side. Gets away from Reese. Holy cow. He go flying in there in a hurry. And Marquardt will grab that and hang on. 11:28 to go. This Yorkton team looking very good here in the early going of this game.
Yeah, they play a real 200-foot game, as they like to say. They're very competent in their own end, not too much fancy. And then when they move it up, the defense works its way from the back end. And Craig had that one opportunity. I guess Carter Anderson had the best chance so far, but he has been not tested too much so far in the first half of this first period.
No, he's not. All to line up here against Stitton. The face off to the left of Kenny Marquardt. Again, Yorkton in front 1-0. Trying to kick off the road trip here in style. They'll be in La Ronge tomorrow, like we mentioned. Bombers, of course, host the Broncos in a pair of games this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Mounier hit hard back of the net. Stitton will pick it up, though. Stitton takes a look. Nice pass up the right side. Parsons tried to get set, but he's checked. Aldridge will pick it up, and he'll dump it back in the Flin Flon zone. Ald can't grab it. 11:04 to go. Raphael, we got a busy night in the SJHL. A couple other games tonight. And, of course, a lot of games in the NHL. All the NHL teams are playing. Weyburn and Humboldt looking for their 8th straight victory of the year. And Battleford and Melfort tonight. The Stars just picked up a defenseman from Melville today.
Yeah, always the wheeling and dealing never ends in the SJHL.
No, it doesn't, and so many teams are in it. Puck set back to center. That's knocked down here by the Bombers and fired right back in. Yorkton will try again. They'll bounce it off the boards. They had Henriksen up the middle, but he can't pick up the pass. Icing negated. Yakupchuk back to get it. Yorkton will make a full sail change. Oh, that one almost intercepted. Comes back to center. Palin's got it. He'll dump it in. Denwyer almost had it. Icing is called. And we'll get a face-off once again back in the Yorkton zone. 10.5 to go here in the opening period. Once again, 3-1 the shots, and you mentioned Yorkton, their high-powered offense. They're also pretty good defensively, as we've seen tonight. Flin Flon has had no offensive pressure at all in this game.
Well, you see when things are happening in their own end, guys like Yakinchup and Lepper can get things going from the defensive side, but there's not really much developed once they cross into the Yorkton end.
Anderson back to Yakinchup. There's a shot. Johnston blocked that. Anderson will try to grab it. Anderson, 5 goals on the year. Has 10 points in 8 games, so he's still contributing offensively despite a tough year for the rest of the squad. Anderson in the corner. He'll pick it up. Trying to throw that out front. There's Ringer. Tied up. Puck comes out front of the net. Bombers after it. Puck is bouncing. There's a chance. Oh, Anderson. That one got blocked by the D-man. Reynes will pick it up and he'll skate away. There was a great opportunity there. He'll flip it in for Desnoyers. Desnoyers back to get it, feeds it to Johnston at the right point, intercepted. Here's Anderson at center. Can't get a stick on it. Johnston took it from him, throws it back across the Bomber line. They'll clear it to center. Aldridge back to Desnoyers, didn't see it. Dropped it back to Aldridge. Out front, wide open, backhander. Good save that time. Kenny Morcourt. Boy, how did the Yorkton forward get that wide open? He was wide open in front of the net, and that was Briltz, pardon me. Puck will roll back in the Flin Flon zone, that close to being 2-0. Great save there by Morcourt, keeping his team in it right now. Lees can't pick it up. Bombers will dump it in. That's Ryder Muka. He tried to come back out front, but intercepted and grabbed here by Briltz, who had that great chance moments ago. Terriers will flip it around the boards. Briltz got it back to Cormier. He's got the goal tonight. Up the left side, Aldridge can't pick it up. Townshek had to hurry, stops, makes a good move in his own zone. Up the boards. Muka can't do much. Puck sent back inside the Flin Flon zone. Townshek had to be careful. He had Ingram coming in on him. He'll rip that around the boards. Flin Flon tried to get it out. Bouncing puck, held in here, and sent back to the Bomber net. Here's Schaefer. Schaefer takes a look. Try to come up the left side to Cormier for Flin Flon. That's too far. Icing again, 8:35, and boy, the Terriers, just look at how they're spreading out on the ice. There's really not a lot of room out there for Flin Flon to do anything.
This is sort of the classic road period that the Yorkton Terriers are playing. They've slowed everything down. They're not doing too much flashy things. They're doing a lot of fundamental work, and it's sort of frustrating the Flin Flon Bombers because they're not really running and gunning the way the Bombers like to play.
And they've held them to 1 shot so far with 8.5 to go here in the opening period. Shots are 4-1 Terriers. They lead at 1-0. Another icing call against the Bombers. They'll touch up. The Terriers behind their own net, so not bad. 8:23 to go, holding the home team to just 1 shot in the game, and I think that was that one by Anderson off the off wing. The best chance they had was blocked in front by the defenseman.
And Yorkton, ever since they scored, it was a really freewheeling opening part of this game. Ever since Yorkton scored, they're very happy to just shut it down.
Junik gets set for the face-off. He'll line up here against Anthony Piccinino. The face-off to left to Kenny Morcourt. Schaefer picks it up. Flin Flon wins the face-off, and here's a nice pass to Cormier, but he can't come up with it. Puck will hit the side of the net. It's still an icing call. They'll have to do it one more time. Bombers trying to get that one forward up high, and haven't been able to do it. Either Yorkton's picked off the pass, or the Terriers have been able to get in there and intercept it. So we'll see what happens on this face-off once again. Back in Flin Flon territory, once again to the left of the netminder Morcourt. Junik one more time against Piccinino. Terriers in front 1-0. Here's Schaefer. Threads it along the boards to Muka. Muka got checked that time. Puck laying there. Bombers try to work it back out front. Stays in tight. Cormier will get a stick on it. He'll move it back to center ice. Cormier able to get out of the reach of a body check. He'll get a quick chance. There's a good opportunity. Piccinino goes running into the net. Good work there by Cormier. He made a great move at center, and then he was able to shake off the defender and got in tight media timeout. 7:53 to go. That's probably the best chance of the game for Flin Flon, I would think.
Yeah, Cormier did an excellent job of just kind of slithering his way around and didn't really blow by them speed-wise, just had the right moves and was able to put one on net for just the second shot of the game for the Flin Flon Bombers, as Cormier, one of the leaders for the Bombers in scoring so far this season.
He has been. He got the one of the 2 goals of the weekend. Got a nice power play goal on Friday. His 4th of the year. And had some chances on Saturday as well, but a nice burst there to get to the net.
Always interesting to see what is being discussed here, as it seems like it's a kind of a rah-rah speech on the Bomber side, and on the Yorkton side, it's just kind of keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly, that's what I would say. It's working pretty good right now, and The Bombers haven't had, like we said, have only had really 2 opportunities in the entire opening period so far. And again, a team that really struggles to score goals this year. It's something that Mike Reagan has not experienced, I don't think, in his tenure like he has this year.
No, he's been doing this about 15 years, and the Bombers always a very entertaining team that likes the lamp, and they just haven't been able to catch that spark so far this season.
I remember last year they'd lose games, they'd still score 6 or 7 goals.
Yeah, it'd be 8-5. It'd be a lot of fun, and they just got. I think they need just one of those games to breed more of them.
Here's a chance now for Renas across the Bomber line. He'll hang on, dropped it back, big body check there. Ringer comes back and takes his guy. Puck stays in. Jerkin back to Renas at the right point. Renas whiffed on it, got it back. He'll flip it back in for Junik. Junik battling in the corner here. Bombers try to work it free. Anderson back out there, hoping that Lepper could dig the puck free. Ringer goes back to his net. He'll pick it up. Nice pass outside the zone. Here's Carter Anderson, but knocked away. Terriers hold it in. Good work here by Junik. Junik in the corner, trying to get free along the right side. Gets away, gets some assistance, throws it back to the net for Desnoyers. Desnoyers has got it. Try to come back out front to Renas. Intercepted though by Anderson. Anderson played it back to Mounier. Mounier up the middle. Here comes Ringer across the line by himself. He'll dump the puck in deep for Anderson. Anderson back of the goal. Nice job to knock it down. Leaves it in the corner for Parsons. A bank past the blue line. Yakimchuk ripped it. Puck bouncing all over the place, and it's cleared outside the zone. Good chance there. Yakimchuk back. Feeds it to Holmes. Puck is lifted back across the Yorkton line. Here's Parsons. That'll redirect off the stick over the glass and out of play. 6:31 to go. It remains a 1-0 Yorkton lead here tonight. Not a bad crowd for a Tuesday night, Raphael.
Well, they want to get something to cheer for. That's kind of been the best stretch offensively for the Bombers that last series there, as they were able to get something in front of Craig, but nothing too dangerous. I think they got to throw some bodies in front of him and try and frustrate the Yorkton goalie.
Piccinino against Renas. That's a face-off deep in Yorkton territory. Haven't had a lot of face-offs inside the Terrier zone so far tonight. They win that one. And they'll move it, or try to move it ahead. Nice job by Semple on the boards. Leonard comes back and gets it. Leonard to center, gets away from Cormier. Flin Flon will get it back. There's Yakimchuk, try to come back to Cormier, too far. Lavender will pick it up back of the Yorkton net. Nice pass. There they go up the middle. It's Brilt who has some chances tonight. Dumped it off, gets a return pass, and he can't shoot it. Bouncing puck, Smith can't pick that one up. To the blue line, Terriers hold it in. Cormier, remember he's got the goal tonight. Shot partially blocked by Flin Flon's Cormier. Brilt's trying to tap that out front. It's grabbed and sent the length of the ice. It should be an icing call against the Bombers. And it will be with 5:46 to play. Not a lot of offense either way, Raphael. 4-2 the shots in favor of Yorkton right now.
Yeah, we've mentioned that ever since the goal got scored. Both teams have been happy to just shut it down. A lot of icings being taken by the Bombers, and then things go back in their own net. Kind of frustrated with what's going on, that the Bombers are just going to get it out as quickly as possible rather than develop some plays.
Auld and Piccinino deep in Flin Flon territory. The Bombers win the draw. They'll get the puck to center. Cohen Semp. He'll poke that back across the Yorkton line. That's Aldridge, the big D man. Flip the puck up the boards. Picked up by Auld. Here comes Auld. Good looking forward for Yorkton. He'll throw it in deep. Tanchuk is there. Back up the boards to Vassell. First one got blocked. He'll get a hold of it, dump it back down the ice. Cormier's got to hurry. Stinton will come in and try and interfere with him. Cormier had a little trouble getting that puck on his stick, but he knocked it down. This one played ahead. Nice pass. Sent back to Knutson. Knutson across the Bomber line, had his pocket picked that time by Stinton. Stinton down the left wing, he'll hang on to it way offside. As Seitz was a good couple feet ahead of him. 5:02 to go, face-off coming outside the Yorkton blue line.
And it seems like Yorkton is letting the game come to them, and the Bombers are kind of chasing it. And when you're chasing the game, that's when you make mistakes. Yorkton seems just a little more confident out there here late in the first period.
But I think a big factor, too, is that Flin Flon has just struggled so much to score goals that everybody's trying to do it on their own. Case in point right there. I mean, that's why Seitz went offside, because Stinton hung on to it way too long. He should have been moving it up the boards to him. Stinton gets it back. He's drilled there by Leonard. Big body check. Mounier will come back and grab it at his blue line. Played that ahead to Bassell. Bassell stood up there with a nice body check, and the Terriers will dump it back in there on the prowl again. Morcourt will play it around the board. Sights waited for it. Nice job. Great pass outside the zone to Stitton. 2-on-1 with Stitton and Muka. Stitton dropped it back. There's a chance. Great opportunity by Lepper and kicked away by Craig. His best save of the night. Terriers the other way. Leonard will flip it in. Racing down and trying to grab that is Penrod. Oh, what a great setup that was. Boy, the 17-year-old's looking pretty nice on that play. Yorkton will dump it back in. Flin Flon doing a better job of getting the puck outside their own zone. Denway picked it up at center. They're going to say that's offside, and they'll blow it down with 4:01 remaining. But a nice setup there. Great save by Craig on the left pad, saved by Lepper. Great job to jump back up on the play. I think everybody thought he was going to try and send the pass to Stitton, but nice job by Lepper to jump up on the play and feed him.
Yeah, you really notice when Lepper is out there, he's the straw that stirs the drink, and he's got a really high hockey IQ, and you can see that every time he's on the ice.
Yeah, he's certainly their best offensive weapon on the blue line for sure, and almost picked up a big goal there. Puck deep in Yorkton territory. Flin Flon trying to tie this game. 1-0 Yorkton leads. The shots are dead even now, by the way, as well. At 4 apiece. Terriers lift the puck down the ice. They tried to get Denway set up. He can't pick it up and rolls it on Morcourt. That's picked up here by Ewan. Tried to feed that one back to Muka. Muka knocked it down. He's got Lees with it. Muka hangs on. Oh, front to Lees. Big save, Craig. Rebound. Ewan can't get on it quick enough. And the Terriers will skate with it back to center. Denway over to Cormier. He pinched in. Denway will hold it, and a shot redirected. Just missed that time. Great opportunity there. Courtesy of the Terriers of the tic-tac-toe play. They try to come right back out front. Denway couldn't squeeze it. There's a chance for Joey Lees. Cruising down the left side. Lees a chance. Into the left pad that time and grabbed and held onto by Craig. Racing up the ice was the Bomber defenseman Schaefer. Just a hair late getting there, Raphael, but if there's a rebound, it might be a tie hockey game.
And Craig's rebound control has been a little suspect as things are coming way out. It's just a race to that puck and trying to clear it is what the Bombers are trying to pounce on.
3:02 remaining opening period. Back to Anderson, a shot redirected, but Craig kicked that one out. There's Parsons back of the goal. Got to come out front to Ringer, can't pick up the pass. Leonard back the other way. Here's Ingram. Ingram, a great move as he crosses the Bomber line. Ingram carries it in, takes a big body check in the corner, and Parsons comes back the other way. Got to set up Anderson. Icing is waved off. Anderson will go in there and get it deep. Anderson shovels it back of the goal. Puck intercepted off a partition. It'll roll back in the Flin Flon zone. Leonard coming down on Tanchuk. He'll need to be careful. Tanchuk back of the goal, dropped it there. Picked up here by the Flin Flon Bomber, D-Man Mounier. Bombers flip it back up the right side. Alexander intercepts. Alexander flipped it back down the ice. Icing against the Terriers, 2:10 to go. Flin Flon's kind of picked up their play here. They're now out shooting the Terriers 7-4.
Well, the Bombers in the last, I'd say, 3-4 minutes have really put the Yorkton Terriers on their heels. It's sort of the natural ebb and flow of the game as Yorkton really, it's tough to maintain that type of a forecheck for a full 60 minutes.
Piccinino back out there for Flin Flon, trying to get going here. Terriers grab it, in the corner it goes. That's Aldridge. Looked like Flin Flon might intercept it, but they can't keep it in. Lepper inside his own line. Mounier tried to come back that time to Cormier. Intercepted here by Aldridge. Aldridge back of the goal in the corner. Piccinino with the interception. He'll lift that around the boards. Aldridge poked it ahead. Here's Ingram. Beats the pass back to Dahl. Dahl will now chip it in. Broltz is back in there for Yorkton. He tried to chase that one down. Bombers have it. They'll move it up the ice again. Palin waited for it, knocked it down. Knutson at center. Comes back to the Yorkton blue line. He hangs onto it. Puck is off his stick. Picked up here by Semp. Going Semp out front. Tried to hit Piccinino. That got intercepted. Dahl has it back of the Yorkton net. He'll get a hold of it. Played it perfectly ahead. Ald will grab it at center. He'll flip it in. Just over a minute to go in the opening first period. It's been a good one here, as these two teams have done a nice job. A nice attack both ways. Great skating here in the opening period. Flin Flon will dump it in. Craig out of his net. Terriers have it. Can't move it out. Stolen this time by Seitz. From his off angle off the side of the net. Bassell had a chance to come up front to Stitton, but he fanned on it. Knutson to the blue line. Jakubchuk knocked it down. Drills that one in front. Puck is loose. Flin Flon trying to chase it down. Knutson, though, he'll backhand it to center. Jakubchuk gets it back. And Flin Flon will touch it offside. And I think they're doing the right thing here, Raphael. They're trying to get traffic out front. They're trying to get shots through, hoping a puck will bounce in somehow, some way. And honestly, after giving up that first goal, Flin Flon's actually had not a bad opening period here tonight.
They're teeing it up a lot from the outside, and they're trying to get the funny bounces and the traffic in front. And they're actually getting them, as it's just been kind of a centimeter here and a centimeter there, as the Bombers got to put something more on that and just try and find something to get things going here late in the first period.
38 seconds remaining in the period. That's sent it on Morcourt. He'll glove it and get rid of it. One last chance. Parsons, he had Anderson up the middle, just missed the pass, but they're going to say hit somebody. Anderson back to get it. Up front, here's a chance for Ringer, and he's knocked to the ice. Look out, Ringer didn't like that. He's getting into it here with the Yorkton defender, and we got somebody grabbing a hold of Anderson. It's Laliberti. He's going to get a penalty. Cormier and Ringer are going at each other. But again, if you're Ringer, you can't expect to stand in front of the net and that somebody's not going to hit you, Raphael.
I think he thought he was hit a little after the whistle, and then things started pushing and shoving, is what Ringer is trying to argue with the referees here.
The Ringer will take a penalty here for the Bombers. I think there might be 2 Terriers going off. We'll see. There goes Cormier.
There goes Laliberti.
And Laliberti's in there as well. Is Anderson going to take a penalty? I don't think Anderson really did much there. I think he kind of must have said something and got him to take a penalty, but we might get the first Bomber power play of the night. Yorkton's had one chance. They're 0 for 1. Denwyer and Tanchuk are having a discussion here with the referee here tonight. 2 minutes on the board both ways. We'll see how many guys come out on the ice here. Again, Yorkton in front 1-0. A goal came just over the 4-minute mark. Cormier's first shot of the game for Yorkton, his third of the year. And I think Flin Flon is going to get a power play here.
It's going to be a 5-on-3?
No, 5-on-4.
Okay.
But a power play with 24 seconds to go, and that'll obviously carry over to the second if they do not score here. So here we go. Cormier, Piccinino, Semph, Lepper, and Carter Anderson. 21 power play goals for him last year. He'd love to get one now. Lepper will hold it in. Here's Piccinino. Kind of fanned on it, gets it back. Piccinino, once again having a little tough time with the puck here. Comes back out front. Cormier knocked it out. Anderson a chance off the blocker. Puck is bouncing. Where is it? Craig's got it underneath him. They got it to Anderson. He got a really good chance out front. And again, more pushing and shoving in front of that Yorkton net. But a great save there by Craig. And that was another good chance by the Bombers here in tight.
Yeah, Bombers looking to get some momentum, but problem is they only got 5.7 seconds left in the first period, and this has been their first real big offensive opportunity to try and get something past Craig.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Raphael, but I think they're going to try and hit Anderson wide here with a quick shot. Just a hunch.
You're like a young Jim Schoenfeld with your knowledge of hockey.
That's right. Oh, they try to go there. Anderson's got it. The shot gets blocked. It goes to the corner. Yorkton will grab it, and that's going to do it for the opening period here tonight. As the gun will, or the horn will go. But wow, I mean, it was 4-1. Shots for the longest time for Yorkton. It winds up 9-4 Flin Flon. They had a good second half of that period.
Yeah, after they went back and forth with all those icings, and Yorkton tried to slow things down. I think the Bombers kind of got the momentum going. And when you play a full 60 minutes, that's, it's easy to say, and what coaches and what players will talk about is sort of the mental game, trying to be engaged and everything. And I think just Yorkton kind of got a little too chill, and the Bombers were able to pounce on that.
But if you're Mike Reagan, he's probably still concerned the offensive woes continue. 3 goals in the last 13 periods of play. But again, you got to keep playing hard, and they certainly did that. That was an entertaining opening period of hockey here tonight.
Well, with the firepower of these teams, you're thinking that, yeah, this has got a chance to be a 6-5, 8-7 type of a game. But there's a lot of talent on the defensive end, and these netminders, I don't think are going to allow that. But the Bombers, I think, traffic in front, pucks in deep. It's easy to say, but hard to do. But I think the Bombers, more as they put that on at the end of the period, that's when they saw success.
And the one thing I really noticed on the weekend is how many shots these teams block now. I mean, you go back to even this opening period here. Flin Flon had 3 or 4 really good opportunities that were blocked that didn't even make it through to the goalie.
Yeah, that one, I think it hit Reese's upper thigh there, as that's sort of the new game. Your buddy from the Montreal Canadiens, the great Hal Gill, I think really invented that.
Well, he had to do something, but Yorkton will take a 1-0 lead to the locker room. Once again, just the 1 goal. Cormier's third from Ingram. Ingram, a beautiful pass from behind the net. Nobody picked him up. The Terriers score their first on their first shot of the game. Take a quick 0-0 lead at 3:46 mark. Shots 9-4 Bombers, like we mentioned, or 9-5 now they've got up there. So Yorkton winds up with 5 in the period. The Terriers 0 for 1, and a big minute 36, Raphael, for the Bombers in the power play when they come out for the second. They can get a goal there, maybe spark them for the rest of the night.
I think the Bombers would have loved to have that power play come just a little early, because it's just hard to get all that momentum right off the hop, and then that throws off the balance of your lines and everything. But we'll see how the Bombers are going to do, because it's very important. You know, I always feel goals in the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes are the most important, and the Bombers can really get the momentum and really wake up this Whitney Forum crowd if they get them going in the second period.
Interesting stat, and I'm assuming this is probably after they lost those 3 games because of the ineligible player. When Yorkton leads after 1 this year, Raphael, 2 and 4. I don't think that stat was the same a day ago. I could be wrong.
Well, see, all the stats are going to be really herky-jerky when you play the statistics game with what happened with Yorkton. But statistics aside, this is it's a very solid hockey club. Like we were saying, 4 lines, all their D pairs are very technically sound, and they kind of frustrate you a little bit. And they don't do the extra things. They don't make that extra pass. They don't do that extra.
They don't make mistakes.
They don't make mistakes. They go right to business, and I think that's why they're getting so much success so far this season.
So Yorkton 2 and 4 when they lead after 1. The Bombers are 2 and 4 when they trail after 1. We'll see what happens in the second period. The Bombers will begin the second with a minute 36 in the power play. Corbet's got the goal, his 3rd of the year for the Terriers. Are up 1-0 after 1. We'll take a break and come back momentarily with period number 2. And welcome back to Whitney Forum. Emery Olafson and the Yorkton coaching staff are making their way back to the bench. That means the Terriers will be closely behind. And here come the Bombers as well. And a big minute 36, Raphael, in the power play. As we're mentioning throughout the first period, and I guess like we've been mentioning a lot lately, offense has been a real concern. Great effort, great opening period. I mean, Yorkton looked pretty good early, skating all over them, but Flin Flon came back, and I thought the last 10 minutes of that period looked pretty good, taking it to the Terriers a little bit, but they got to get a goal. I think getting a goal early, again, going back to the last 3 games that they played, which have all been losses, all their goals came in the third period. They haven't had a goal in either the first or second period.
And they'll get the opportunity now with the man advantage, and it seems like the past couple of years when the Bombers had those real dream teams, all the bounces, all the puck luck kind of went their way, and it just kind of, that's how it was. That was kind of the magic in the air. And this year, I mean, their best effort, the best game they played was probably that 2-1 loss to Weyburn.
Yeah, that was a good effort for sure. And even the game on Saturday had their opportunities. It was, I guess, basically 3-1 with an empty netter. But again, they're not getting goals till late in the game when it's already behind. And I think if Yorkton can go up by a couple more tonight, it'll be tough sledding again. Flin Flon gets the next goal, Raphael. I think that it puts them in a very good position.
Well, you saw in that first period, if Yorkton gets the next one, they might shut this thing down and go into a full-fledged trap and think 2 is going to be enough.
Well, they are good defensively as well. Out of town tonight, Humboldt has scored a 1-0 lead on Weyburn. And Battleford-Melfort still about 12 minutes away from going. So we'll see what happens here tonight, but the Weyburn Red Wings looking for their 8th straight victory. Humboldt's already beaten them once this year. We'll see what happens tonight at the Elgar Peterson Arena. And like we mentioned, of course, Battleford-Melfort, the Palace, pretty tough place for anybody to win. But Battleford, since they've got Justin Merrick back for the Western Hockey League, totally different ball game there now.
Yeah, Battleford's going to be...
You see that save by him?
Yeah, that was nice. That was something that you kind of are made of plasticine if you're able to do something like that. And I don't think Weyburn's had an 8-game winning streak since Dwight McMillan was there.
Probably not. They've only made the playoffs like once the last 10 years. So we're ready to go with the second period here. Like we mentioned, a big power play for the Flin Flon Bombers. Again, a decent crowd here for a Tuesday night. And we'll see what Flin Flon can muster here early. And the one thing with Flin Flon too that I did like in the opening period, you got to crash the net. If you're not scoring right now, Raphael, try and get an ugly goal, screen the goalie, get in front, get a rebound, a bounce any which way. You got to keep going to the front of the net.
That's one thing we did mention there. Craig had those big kick saves, but they come way out. His rebound control not being cleared by the Yorkton defense. And if the Bombers can get that second and third effort, they can pounce and get a couple of bites at the apple.
And we're ready to go in the second period. Denwye, the brilliant Yorkton forward, will take the face-off here against Piccinino. Piccinino, Cormier, Anderson, and Lepper and Semp is the power play unit as we just begin the second period. Carter Anderson back in his own zone, trying to get set. Here he goes to center, trying to throw that one back. Denwye picked that pass off, and he'll dump it right back down the ice. Bourcourt will make the save. Lepper will grab it back of the net. Lepper's got it. Swings the pass to Anderson at center. That one gets intercepted. Henriksen tried to get a stick on it, just a little bit out of his reach. Cormier back to Flin Flon, or back for Flin Flon. Throws it back to Lepper. Yorkton penalty killers doing their job so far. Lepper will get it as Terriers are changing. Ahead to Semp at center. Semp down the right side. Jukit comes back, and look at that, right down the ice again. 51 seconds to go in the power play. Bombers can't get set up. They're forced back deep in their own zone. Brotz will watch Lepper as he'll move it quickly this time to Schaefer. Schaefer stops, hammers the puck inside the zone. Anderson waited for it, knocked it down. There's Carter Anderson. Tried to work his way back out front, fanned on it, and that's picked off and fired down the ice again by Brotz. And you notice how quickly this is the third change already for the Terriers here in the opening period, or the second period, on this penalty kill. They never get anybody tired out there. Schaefer tried to come back to Lees. Lees can't knock it down. Puck intercepted, right back down the ice it goes. Just 15 seconds to go in the power play. Not going according to plan so far. Here's Schaefer. Tried to feed that one back. Seitz will poke it back across the line to Tanchuk. Here's Schaefer. To Tanchuk. Tanchuk stick handling the center. Laliberti back on the ice. We're back to 5 aside. Tanchuk will bring it in. And boy, outstanding penalty kill there by the Terriers. You can't really do it any better than what they did. Bombers will force it deep for a face-off, and the Not a single shot on the power play, Raphael, at least here in the second period.
Yeah, that's why I feel it's rough to get those starts when you have the power play, because one, you're starting at center ice, so you're kind of don't be able to set up as you normally would, and then Yorkton, was just rolling those lines and were able to keep things out. The Bombers weren't even able to get a shot. I don't think they even made it past the blue line on that power play.
Other than dump-ins, they didn't. Wyatt Stinton out there for the face-off for Flin Flon. This line had a good chance the last time that they were out there late in the second period as he lines up here against Renus. Bombers win the draw. That's Bassell. Swings to the blue line. Yakupchuk's long shot nowhere near the net. Flin Flon will knock it down. Nice job by Stinton. Tried to come back out front. Backhander on target that time by Ewan. And Craig will make the save. Rebound is center. Smith kicks it across the line. Bassell trying to get a little bit of room here. Tried to flip it back across. Intercepted by Renus. Ewan on top of him. Renus fights him off. Gets it back to center. Ewan back to knock it away. Yorkton looked like they're offside. They'll clear the zone. Here's Yakupchuk. Feeds it back to Smith. Smith will dump it in. Craig will grab that. He'll hang on with Stinton making his way to the front of the net. And blown down with 17 and a half to go here in the second period. And again, the young line tonight's had some good plays.
Yeah, the Flin Flon Bombers have done their very best when they've given the opportunity. The problem is Yorkton is just very technically sound, very good fundamentals, and they're not giving the Bombers an inch.
No, they're not. We'll see what they do this time. Ryder Ringer out there. He's been a little bit snake bit lately as well. Works hard every game, but having a hard time putting the puck in the net. Anderson blocked it. Ryder Ringer along the right-hand boards. Ald moves it ahead to Lavender. That one hit a skate, came right back. Laliberti will poke it ahead to center ice. Grabbed here by Ringer. Feeds it back to Anderson. He'll flip it in to the side of the net. Craig will play it himself. Flin Flon will chase. Parsons after it. Goes into the far corner. Yakupchuk got a pinch in. He blocked it initially. Then it's picked up and fired around the boards. Knocked down again by Parsons. Parsons along the wall. Try to keep the puck in. Lepper can't. Scooped away that time by Knutson. Mounier. Back to Lepper. Here's a nice pass. Oh, Ringer had it knocked off his stick. Great defensive play that time. And the Terriers get it back. Taverner to center. Here comes Taverner back across the line. Try to feed that back to Penrod. Ringer stays with it. Poked it back to center. Now it's knocked away. Lepper inside his own zone. Goes it back to Mounier. Lepper back of the goal. Mounier will go back to get it. Has to be careful. A couple guys on top of him. Mounier, nice job to move the puck ahead. Pass up the left side. Here comes Piccinino barreling down the left side. His shot off the stick over the glass and out of play. Nice job by Mounier. Calm, cool, collected. He had a couple guys on him, Raphael, but you can see he was looking up the ice. Didn't make an errant pass. He hung on to it and was thinking before he actually did something.
Yeah, it was smart. Couldn't kind of finish the story that he was starting, but you can kind of see a little more electricity from the Bombers here.
There's a chance by Schaefer, flipped over top of the net. Schaefer gets it back. The blue line again, kicked out that time by Craig. Cormier on the rebound, and that one got blocked out front, and the Terriers get three guys away. Breltz will take the pass. That's offside. Henriksen, they missed that one. Fans did behind the Yorkton bench. Here's a chance for Semp the other way. He'll get the pass to center. Cohen Semp will flip the puck right back in. Cormier in there for Flin Flon. Knocked it down in the corner to Piccinino. Piccinino trying to work it back out front. Left it there for Semp. He's looking for some room. Picked up here by Dahl. Nice job to move it ahead. Here's Breltz to center with Desnoyers. Desnoyers takes the pass. Knocked away, flipped back to center. Picked up here by Stinton. Nice backhander to Semp, but he can't squeeze it. Intercepted, thrown back in the Flin Flon zone. Tkachuk has to be careful. He'll rim it around the boards. Intercepted by the Terriers. They hold it in. Desnoyers can't get a stick on it. Puck snap back off the boards. Here comes Bassell racing after it. Beat his guy to the puck, but then it rolled to the side of the Yorkton net, and Craig will swap that to the corner. Stinton in the corner. Try to work it back out front, being worked over there. Puck does come free to Seitz. Can't get a stick on it. Puck set back to center. Smith has got it. He'll dump it right back in. That's picked up by Yorkton. Flipped up the middle. Desnoyers just missed it. Not the guy you want to pick it up a pass in the neutral zone. Very, very lethal. Bassell will get it back the other way. He'll get a hold of it. Rims it around the boards back at Yorkton territory. Seitz trying to get in position. Picked up here by Stinton. Knocked down. Stinton comes back to grab it. At center ice. Flipped it back to Smith. Smith, long shot, kicked away that time by Craig. On Renus' stick. Flipped it back. Here comes Reese. Nice pass. Judik had a wide open lane to the net and he couldn't get the shot away. Gets it out front. And the wraparound that time fired on target by Reese. Puck set back on target, kicked away by Morcourt. Good pressure by the Terriers. They'll center it back out front. It'll clear the zone and comes back to center. Here's Aldridge, dumping it back in. Yakubchuk lost his stick. Smith will grab it back in the Bomber net. Off the glass. Knocked down at center by Cormier, who almost lost the handle. You would have had a breakaway. Terriers go back to work. Cavender back in the goal for Knutson. Tied up here by Yakubchuk. Smith is after it, trying to get a stick on it. Knutson will hold it in. Good work. Out front, there's a chance right on that time by Ald and turned away by Morcourt. Here's a shot block this time by Ewan. Ewan down the left side by himself. Cuts in. Ewan hooked up. Can't get the shot away. What a save by Morcourt, though, on Ald moments ago.
He was all alone right in front.
He was, and he's a dangerous, dangerous sniper. Lepper will knock this down in his blue line. Both teams changing up. Lepper's got to move. Lepper down the lane. Lepper cutting in. Shoots it off the right shoulder. Good save that time by Craig. Lepper gets his own rebound. Tried the wraparound. Nice rush here by Luke Lepper. Anderson in the corner. Flips that one over top of the net. Oh, it gets over the stick that time of Mounier. Lepper will go back to get it on his side of center. Again, not a lot of whistles in this game. Carter Anderson flipped it ahead. Ald, who had that chance moments ago, will knock it down. Ingram back of the net. Ald trying to pick up the puck. Anderson gets it instead. Here's Carter Anderson. Flipping it ahead. Parsons back to Anderson. Anderson out front. Ringer shoots it. And again, wide of the mark.
I think Lowell got a piece of that one.
Ringer back to center. He'll grab it again. He's trying to get moving. Ryder Ringer cutting across the line. Ringer throws it in the corner for Anderson. Anderson looking to work his way back out front. He'll drop it back in the goal here for Parsons. I know they're happy to have Parsons back on this top line. There's a chance for Ringer cutting out front. Ripped that over top of that. Great chance there. Carter Anderson trying to get a stick on it. Good chance again by Ringer, but got to hit the net. Blue line for Schaefer. Long shot kicked away. Craig, big rebound. Anderson on top of that one. They'll play it back to point. It gets past Schaefer. Rolls back in the Flin Flon zone. Tanchuk there with Briltz on top of him. He'll force him back of the Bomber net. There's a nice pass to Parsons. On the tape. Cormier. Long shot. Blockered away. No problem that time for Craig. Flin Flon fired off the side of the Yorkton net. Hendrickson's got it. Passed it back to Tavender at center. Tavender trying to split the D, trying to go wide here on Yakubchuk. Tavender will carry it in. Tavender in the corner. Leaves it there. Kicked away. Chance in front. Hendrickson on it. Puck is bouncing. Morcourt to stop. Then it goes off the side of the net. Piccinino. Bouncing puck. Can't get a hold of it. Intercepted here by Tavender. Puck comes to blue line. Held in that time by Palin. Yakubchuk along the boards. Semp. Gets it back to Piccinino. Piccinino to center. He'll carry it. He's got Cormier with him. Long shot. Easy stick save that time by Cormier. Semp trying to pick it up. They'll come back out front. There's a chance. Cormier fires it on target. Great save again by Craig. Boy, nice job by Cormier again to fight off the defenseman. Bombers getting some chances, but they can't beat Cormier at the midway point of the game. 10.5 to go. Yorkton in front 1-0. Their first shot of the game. Wouldn't that be something if that's enough to win this game tonight? Cormier for Flin Flon will dump it right back down there. Swatted away that time. Here comes Junik. Up the boards. Knocked away again. This will force the Terriers back to their blue line. This is Reese. On target. Morcourt the save. He'll play it back of the goal. Didn't see York to come out front. It was a nice pass out front to Desnoyers, who just missed it. Here comes Seitz. Seitz will dump it in. Cormier there for the Terriers. In the corner, puck picked up that time by Reese. He ran into traffic. The Bombers on the attack, but Reese will grab it. Dishes it back to center. And they're offside. Renus over on the left side as Cormier for the Terriers brought the puck across the line. Down to 9:50 in the game, Raphael, or the second period, Raphael. 18-10, the Bombers looking good, but again, just can't get a puck past Craig so far tonight.
Well, they're putting traffic in front. That's something that they didn't do much there in the first period. And as you were mentioning there, this this young Lions line of Seat, Stinton, and Bissell, very entertaining. They grind things out. They're a very hard-working line. They're out there right now for the Bombers.
And that Bissell's got nice hands on him.
Yeah, he's got nice hands and very tough to get off the puck. very tight in the corners. No one's gonna takes a couple of players to strip in with the puck.
Media timeout here. Just under half a period to go. Once again, Yorkton in front by a score of 1-0. Cormier for the Terriers open things up here at the 3:46 mark. Their first shot of the game. Left alone in front. Out of town, Humboldt once again a 1-0 lead on Weyburn. That is late in the opening period and just underway at the Northern Lights Palace in Melfort tonight. A good matchup between the Mustangs and Stars. No score. And like we said, Yorkton in front 1-0 tonight. Craig coming as advertised tonight, Raphael. Outstanding numbers, a save percentage of .943, and he's looked very rock solid tonight.
Yeah, he's very solid. That blocker's looking good, but he's given the Bombers lots of opportunity, lots of rebounds right in front. So there aren't chances there for the Bombers to bounce.
Ringer takes the face-off here against Ald. Reese will bring the puck back across the Flin Flon line. Here's Parsons. He can't knock it down. We got a penalty here. And a hit to the head. This is going to be 2 and a 10 here. And it's going to be handed out to the, I believe, the Yorkton D-man here. We'll have to get the number as he makes his way off the ice. Reese is going to go, and he said 2 plus a hit to the 10. A hit to the 10's always 10, so he's going to be gone here for a while.
So now the Bombers got an opportunity to really build on that momentum, because on that last series when they were working things around, that was a better workaround that they had, better cycle game than they did when they had the power play.
They're hoping for a better power play this time. Lepper at the blue line along the boards. Ringer right back to Lepper. Top of the right circle here for Piccinino. Piccinito's got it, feeds it back to Lepper. He just holds it in. Piccinino in the corner, back out front to Lepper at the blue line. Lepper to Piccinino. Out front, Anderson, can he get it to go? No, he can't get it on his stick. Maybe trying to be too pretty here, just shoot the puck. Terriers get it out though, it comes back to center ice. Piccinino will go back to get it, 1.5 minutes to go in the power play, just over 9 in the second period. Flin Flon once again trailing by a goal. Piccinino will bring it in, off the boards, back to Lepper. Swings it out front, off the stick that time, a Ringer just stayed in play. In the corner, gets the return pass, Ringer along the left-hand boards. Dropped it back here to Semp. Blue line for Lepper. Long shot, save made, rebound, it's a high stick. And Craig might be shaken up a little bit in front. I'm not sure if he took the stick or not, but nice job by Lepper to get that on target. Craig, the first save, it was in the air, and he could clearly see that Ringer did hit it with a high stick there.
They were able to work it around, and this is a far better power play than their first man advantage. As the Bombers, I think they've outplayed technically the Yorkton Terriers here in the second period. They've put the Terriers more on their heels. They just haven't been able to get that equalizer.
Bomber power play ranked 7th in the league, but the Yorkton penalty kill ranked number 1 at 92.5. They have given up a couple shorthanded goals, or they scored a couple shorthanded goals rather when they've had been down a man. But like we said, the Yorkton penalty kill ranked number 1 at the SJHL at 92.5%. Flin Flon ranked 7th at 20%. Still not bad. Anderson barely got the left side, fired on target. Craig a good save, and he tried to chop the loose puck in there. Took a little bit of an extra whack, and Johnston didn't like that. But you're right, the power play's already generated way more than it did last time.
I think Craig and the goaltenders have a lot to deal with that excellent penalty kill for the Yorkton Terriers.
54 seconds to go on the power play. Piccinino right back out there for Flin Flon, lining up for the face-off here. Deep in Yorkton territory, comes right back to Ringer. Out front, nice pass. Anderson shoots it. That got blocked that time in front by the defenseman. Nice play. Knocked down by Aldrich. And Flon works it back in tight to Semp. Semp did get a power play goal like we mentioned on Saturday. He leads the team with 6. Here's Ringer. Trying to get room. Back up front. Anderson a shot. Oh, that was a great shot. He just missed it again. I think that might have been in if he would have hit the net that time. Ringer back out front to Anderson. Trying to get the shot away. Anderson will hang on. Drifts back the blue line. Just 20 seconds to go in the power play. Lepper quickly to Ringer. Couldn't grab it cleanly. Had to go back and get it on the board. So throw it back to the goal this time for Semp. Semp along the wall. Ringer just holds it in. Poked away. Great defense that time. And Lepper forced back to his side of center. 5 seconds to go in the power play. And Flin Flon going to fall to 0-2, but some great opportunities again, in particular by Carter Anderson. Here's Ingram taking the pass. Ingram a shot! And a good save there by Kenny Morcourt. You know what, Raphael? I don't know if Kenny will be able to let another puck in tonight if Flin Flon's going to come back and try and steal this game.
It has been tough to get that one past Craig, but give full credit to Marquardt there because he didn't have a lot of activity during that power play and was kind of caught cold there, and that's an opportunity where you can get a goaltender. Marquardt very focused there to make the stop.
7.5 to go, second period. The shots are 21-11 Bombers, but they trail at 1-0. Again, a goal right off the hop here tonight by Riley Cormier. His third of the year, the only one so far. The very dangerous Ingram got a chance moments ago. As we get the face-off back in the Flin Flon zone.
And you can sense the Bombers are playing with urgency like it's the third period almost.
Renus wins the face-off, gets it back to Ingram, walks in, shoots it, save made. Ingram gets his own rebound. Dahl at the blue line. Feeds it back to Cormier, he'll dump it in. Back of the goal, Stinton tries to get a hold of his guy. Actually, lucky to get a penalty there as he grabbed a hold of Renus. Ingram will pinch in, he'll knock it down, try to come back out front. Vassell. They'll get a couple chances and can't walk it out either time. Now they get it. Opportunity here for Seitz. Seitz has got it down the wing. Leo Seitz down the wing, fired that off the glove. It rolled just wide of the marker. Great chance there for Leo Seitz. That would have been a big one. Vassell. He'll get it for Flin Flon, try to throw it back out front. There's a chance for Seitz again, try to come back out front to Vassell, but knocked away. Dahl played it ahead. Terriers grab it to center. They got three guys away, including Renus. He dropped it back. There's a chance in the glove. Marquardt out. Makes a good save that time. He'll flash the leather on Leonard. And we'll get another face-off inside the Flin Flon zone, but it's good when you can see Kenny Marquardt coming out the top of the blue paint. And I mentioned this on the weekend. Even though with the back-to-back losses, I think that Kenny's kind of got his swagger back.
He's made good saves. It hasn't been the problem. The problem is he's not getting a lot of support as it's another donut on the Bomber end here with late in the second period.
Auld loses the face-off. Flin Flon gets a chance. Ewan, though, taking cut off at the pass that time by Johnson. Nice defense. Reese will pick it up in his own zone. Terriers swing the pass. Intercepted. Nice job that time by Smith. He'll dump it back in. Racing in is Joey Lees. Oh, he tried to tap it out front. There's a chance. Oh, opportunity there for Ewan, and Craig robbed him. Knutson back the other way to Reese. They feed it back out front to Auld. Boy, the Bombers are getting some really good chances. Marquardt gets taken out. Fans want a penalty here. Meanwhile, Ewan will get it to center. Ewan, he'll bank it off the boards. What a shift he's having. Throws it back out the blue line, knocked down by Lees. He'll fire it on target, save made. Rebound, Ewan gets that to the corner. Oh, a big hit there. Puck will come outside the zone. Nice job that time by Ryder Muka to lay a big hit. Boy, what great action here tonight. Not a lot of whistles. Here comes Luke Lepper skating with his center down the left wing. Lepper will cross the line, gets a shot, rebound. Kick right out front again, but Flin Flon can't capitalize. Cormier to the blue line. Knocked down Mounier, a chance again, didn't miss by much. Somebody got a stick and redirected it wide. Lepper feeds it back. Mounier at center will dump it in. Long shot, back of the Yorkton net. Here comes Piccinino racing after it. Grabbed in the corner by Semp. Piccinino try to come back to Lepper. That's broken up. Fed over to the left side. Cormier races after it. Spins, fires. That one redirects off Semp and goes wide. He can't pick it up. Cormier will knock it down. He'll hold it in. Puck will come back to blue line. Lepper has time. He'll knock it down. Throws it in deep for Semp. Back out front off a skate. Here comes Desnoyers back for Yorkton to center. Desnoyers will carry it. Has Aliberti with him. Desnoyers will carry it in. Into the corner, tied up with Tanchuk, deep in Flin Flon territory, down to 4.5 to go in the period. Boy, it's been a quick one. Desnoyers, nice job, looking for some support. He gets it, as it's dug free by Leonard. Puck comes out front. Cormier for the Bombers, been out there a long time, backhands it out. Puck laying at center. Cormier can't get to it. Terriers swat it in. Tanchuk will go back to get it. Couple guys on him around the boards to Semp. Again, been out there a long time here on this shift. Puck is knocked down. Here's a pass up the left side. Anderson, oh, he had Ringer cut in the front of it, but broken up again. Good defense again by the Terriers. Puck sent back to Bomber blue line. That's Tanchuk. Ahead to Anderson. Taken away by Aldridge. He fanned on it. Ringer will hold it in. Anderson in the corner. Can't knock it down. Parsons tries to get a stick on it, but the puck is set outside the zone. Dump back in Flin Flon territory. Yorkton will make a full sail change. Tanchik will pick it up. Swings the pass to Parsons. Feeds it back to Anderson. Anderson in full flight across the line. Hangs on a shot. Partially blocked, and once again, Craig's got it. He'll hang on. 3.5 to go in the second period. 27-14 the shots Bombers, Raphael.
Yeah, I like the urgency that the Bombers are playing with. You can really see they're thirsty for that goal, really trying to ignite this crowd here. But Craig just has denied them in every opportunity, but you got to appreciate the effort of the Bombers here in the second period.
Face off inside Yorkton territory. The Terriers win the draw. And they'll push the puck to the blue line. Yakimchuk will hold it in. His bouncing puck goes wide. Ringer out front. He had Parsons backboard over top of his stick. Here's Dahl for Yorkton. He falls down, makes a great play to play it ahead. It almost looked like for sure they're going to take it away. Cavender, he'll get the puck back across the Bomber line. Ringer comes back to help out. Back of the goal, throws it over to Tanchik. Tanchik down the wing. Anderson off his stick into the Bomber bench. Blown down with 3:02 to go. And a very entertaining game here tonight between these two quick teams. And the one shot again, the first shot of the game, right now holding up is the go-ahead goal.
Yeah, Cormier with just that slick wrister really has been the difference so far, as I thought Yorkton really controlled the pace in that first period, and the Bombers didn't have it with that power play early, but ever since then have just kind of been more confident in putting more pucks towards Craig.
You certainly can't fault the effort by Flin Flon tonight. It's been there. Here's Lepper with a chance. Lepper down the wing, a shot. Craig played it perfectly. No room to shoot it. Puck is loose in front. The Bombers try to grab it, but it's the Terriers. Reese that gets it. Got to feed that back over to Ingram. That's broken up here by Mounier. Mounier rode hard into the boards. He lost the handle. Reese has got it. Tried to come back out front to Ingram. Chipped ahead. Ingram, a big body check that time on Bassell. Bassell will take the hit and get it back to center. Bassell pokes it back across the Yorkton line. There's Cormier. On the stick that time is Stitton. Can't hold it in. Luke Lepper waiting for his mates to get onside. Now he'll flip it in. Cormier will go back to get it, back of the Yorkton net. Cormier had to be careful, had Stitton on him. Almost lost it to Muka. Puck set up the middle, grabbed here by Leonard. Leonard played it back to Ingram. Ingram out front, a backhander, a save made by Kenny Morcourt. He flipped it out front, and they had the Yorkton forward running in the front of the net. That was close. Ingram's been good. He's had some good opportunities tonight. The former Kindersley Clipper, the former Weyburn Red Wing. And he almost connected there. Big body, Raphael. He can play the body, but he also has a kind of a nose for the net.
Yeah, he's really tight in there, and you got to give full credit to Marquardt's game as well. When you talk about the challenges for the Bombers, goaltending isn't really the problem so far this year.
No, they just cannot score goals. Here's Joey Lees back to center. Grabbed here by Ryder Muka. He'll flip it in. Maybe Muka will be the guy to get things going here offensively. In the corner. Nice job by Lees, the blue line. Yakimchuk, a long shot, hit somebody in front. It's Muka, he's down. Ewan spins and fires. He's had a good game tonight.
Yeah, he's in pain. He's going to go off.
That one taken away. Here comes Denwye down the wing. Denwye back inside Flin Flon territory. Lost it to Smith, comes out front. There's a chance, wide open net, they score. Palin gets the puck out front. Morcourt, I think, partially screened. And the Yorkton Terriers will score their second of the night. Nobody picked up Palin in front of the net, Raphael, and you or I might have been able to put that one in. He had a wide open net. Morcourt crossed up with a little bit of a traffic jam in front of that Bomber net.
Yeah, it was just that broken play. Muka went off and it came back the other way, and just before you knew it, it was in the back of the net. Kind of a bad fate for the Flin Flon Bombers, who put an excellent effort here in the second period and just weren't able to get that equalizer. And now Yorkton up 2-0. And we talked about this just when we were off the air there in the intermission. 2-0 may be enough, as the Yorkton Terriers may go into the deep freeze here and try to trap the Bombers and just try and get away with this.
I think the Bombers are trying to say it's goaltender interference, but again, without video replays, that you can never ever prove it. Palin will get his fourth of the year at the 18:34 mark, and Yorkton will take a big 2-0 lead, and that could be a really big goal here tonight. So Palin will get the goal, his fourth of the year. Big hit. As Tanchuk's taken down here, the Yorkton bench will cheer that as he got mixed up with all. Puck comes in front of the Yorkton net. Flin Flon really needs a goal here in the final minute 9. Can't hold it in. Penrod back the other way, hangs on, fanned on it, puck is loose, kicked in. Auld is after it, he's dangerous. Auld can't get to it. Here's Piccinino. Piccinino will race it out for Flin Flon down to 50 seconds remaining. His lead pass to Semp. He'll try to poke it back. Johnston there to intercept this one. Johnson along the boards. Cormier stands his guy up, and the puck will come back to center. Grabbed here by Lepper. Beats it back to Tanchuk. Spins, fires, hit a stick, didn't go very far. Johnston back in the net, leaves it there. Grabbed here by Ringer with the steal. Blue line for Tanchuk. Tanchuk hangs on. Throws it back in this time for Semp. Semp trying to work it back out front, but that's intercepted here. Picked up by Penrod and flipped back in with 17 seconds to go. Lepper back quickly. Lead pass. Here's a chance maybe for Parsons as he'll get a hold of it. Parsons will bring it in deep. Dropped it along the wall. Taverner with the interception. Played it back to center ice. Blown down with 5.8 seconds to go. Did you get assist on that goal there?
I could not make it through the sound system here of the Whitney Forum, so we may have to find alternative sources to track it down, but Palin, your goal scorer at 18:34.
We'll get it right off the sheet. It was a heck of a play, but again, no chance for Morcourt as he got crossed up. There was multiple players in front of the net.
Yeah, just kind of one of those broken plays, and Palin at the right place at the right time, able to put past Marquardt. 2-0 lead for the Yorkton Terriers.
They haven't quite got it up on the board as of yet. 5.8 seconds to go. Face-off between Briltz and Lees. That one gets fired out front. And we got a penalty coming up to the Bombers here late, so we're going to get a Yorkton power play, which will carry over to the third period. Austin Parsons gets a penalty for head contact. And Yorkton, a big goal here late in the period, Raphael. They scored one early in the first to get one late in the second. And that might be enough tonight with the way the Bombers' offensive woes continue to just can't score.
Yeah, it's a shame for the Maroon and White as they put a hearty effort in that second period. They had Craig very active, weren't able to put one by him, and then just something came back the other way, and that's what I was saying there in that first period, that last year and over the past couple of years when the Bombers have had those big teams, that every kind of puck luck and every sort of bounce went their way. This year it's just sort of the opposite, where bounces and calls aren't going the Bombers' way and things are kind of losing momentum, but the Bombers are going to try and make their own momentum, give this crowd who came out here on a Tuesday night something to cheer about, and roar past Yorkton in the third period.
So 2 assists on the goal, Renus and Laliberte. They're giving the goal to Knudsen, but Palin was the guy who shot it in. Yeah. Anyway, tough second period for Flin Flon. Did everything right, Raphael, but put the puck in the net. You can't say anything else about their game that hasn't been great. They've been coming back, making some good plays. They've been playing physical. They've been driving to the net. They've had some really nice setups. Well, I guess I could say one good thing for Flin Flon. They haven't hit a poster crossbar yet.
Well, you got that going for you, which is nice. But yeah, they've been rolling those 4 lines. Their second power play looked very strong. Just organizational-wise, they were taking the body a little more, and the Bombers just weren't able to get by Craig, and that's kind of been the story so far the entire season.
So that's the one goal. Palin or late, won at 18:24. Big traffic jam from the Bomber net. He took advantage of a loose puck out front, fired right into the empty net. As Morcourt was kind of caught on the right side, couldn't get over there. Bombers said goaltender interference. I guess you can run a replay on Flow TV and see how it went. We were, of course, watching it in real time. Anyway, Palin's fourth from Renus and Laliberte at 18:34. Shots, Flin Flon, a terrific second period. They had 19 of them for a 2-period total of 28. Yorkton 11 for a 2-period total of 16. Bombers 0 for 2 on the power play. Yorkton 0 for 1, but they will take a 2-0 lead to the locker room here after 40 minutes of play. And when Yorkton leads after 2, they're 4 and 3. But the Bombers trail after 2 this year, 1 and 6.
One thing, and you watch all of the majority of the Bomber games so far this year. The Bombers have played pretty well in the third period. Scoring-wise, no, but they've done a lot of effort, and they've come very close in the third period. So that third period effort is what they're going to need tonight.
And they've got all their goals in the third period in the last 3 games. The key for them again is you got to score hopefully an early one and give yourself some momentum to get back in the game. But we'll see. I mean, they're certainly getting the chances.
Yeah, they're getting the chances. They just haven't been able to, get that big spark that they've needed, and they've dug themselves into those holes in those games, especially against the back-to-back games against Weyburn. But a third period, putting it all together. When Marquardt made those big saves, that I feel really got some momentum going on. Maybe a big hit, something like that, just to get this crowd going and to be the spark mark, I think, is what the Bombers are going to need in the third period.
Cormier and Palin, the goals for Yorkton tonight, a 2-0 lead after 2. We'll see what the third period holds tonight. More coming up on Flow TV momentarily. Alrighty. Emery Olafson once again, the Yorkton coaching staff making their way to the bench. But a big goal for Emery's club here late, Raphael. Flin Flon really pouring on the pressure. All kinds of chances, power play, even strength, whatever, really driving the puck up the ice extremely well tonight. But unfortunately, the same old story, at least so far this year, have not been able to score. Yorkton opportunistic, and I thought you made a great point off the air.
Obviously.
Maybe nothing really flashy about Yorkton, but very effective.
Yeah, it's a lot of quality, and it's just kind of up and down the ice. Tyler Palin from Estero, Florida, getting the second goal of the night for the Yorkton Terriers. And boy, we were talking about it before we went off the air there a bit. Bombers have shown great effort in the third period. The problem is they've had to, because they haven't been able to, they've had to be flashy, they've had to be aggressive in these third periods, and that can often lead to make the mistakes, and if you make a mistake against this Yorkton team, it's going to end up in the back of your net.
Well, they just saw that with the second
Exactly.
goal. So I'm going to get you to put your thinking cap on here. Here we are, we're approaching now the 12th period. The Bombers have scored 3 goals. What can Flin Flon do differently to manufacture a goal here?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where the effort has been there. Do you tell me take the body more, try to get this crowd into it? Do you shake up the lines a little bit? Do you maybe put that put Ringer on the top line, something like that? That's the only thing I can think of here going into the third.
My feeling is he's probably going to shake up the lines for sure against Humboldt in the weekend. Because it may be in Mike's defense tonight. Let the guys play through it. There is chemistry out there.
Yeah, well, a lot of times the coach, you kind of have to leave it into the players' hands. I know Mike Reagan on and off the ice likes to do some tinkering, but sometimes maybe you get that lucky bounce, and if they get that one goal, that's kind of what they need here, because it has not been a lively Whitney Forum crowd. They really haven't had a lot to cheer about here.
No.
So you give them that goal, and they're waiting on it. That could be the gunpowder to explode everything.
28-16, the shots for Flin Flon through 40 minutes of play. And normally, I say big deal because most of them came from the outside, but they've had a lot of good chances in tight tonight.
And a lot of second chances, as Craig has given off a few rebounds, but the Bombers just haven't been able to put it past that. They've just gone cold, and it's just a shame for all the effort that they're putting out there.
So here come the Flin Flon Bombers, led by Kenny Morquart, probably wondering in the back of his head, what do I have to do to get some offensive support? He hasn't had it, but he's coming out, and hopefully the Bombers can get a goal here early and kind of work off that. But we're right. They're going to have to really work hard, because Yorkton is one of those teams that doesn't give you anything, and they don't make a lot of mistakes.
I think the Bombers, they gotta have to play a little fast and loose, have to make some aggressive plays, maybe some things that aren't the most technically sound efforts, and try to get something in past, and traffic in front wouldn't help, wouldn't hurt either.
So we'll see what the Bombers can do here to start the third period tonight. They've only been able to come back trailing after 2 once this year, but you know what? Maybe tonight will be the night. The nice thing tonight, too, is they're getting chances from all 4 different lines.
The lines, we talked about that young Lions line with Seitz sitting and Bissell. Ringers look good out there. Cohen Sempt always gets his chances, and that Ewan Lee's Muka line always very sturdy.
So here we go with the third period. Yorkton in front 2-0. A big late second period goal here by Palin. And they'll get the puck to center ice. Briltz, who's had some moments tonight, tried to knock that one down. It'll roll across the Yorkton line. That's Denye along the boards. Had a little trouble handling it. Get some support, though. And he'll take the pass back up to center. Here comes Yorkton right across the line out front to Renas. Thought he was going to shoot it, but he'll go back and grab it instead. Works his way along the right-hand boards. Grabbed by Leonard, back of the goal. Chance in front off the skate that time of Briltz. And he couldn't get it to a stick. Back to blue line. Dahl, a shot. That deflects out front. Nice job by Ringer to tap it off the boards and get it out. Picked up here by Dahl. Kind of bunched up with his own guy. Grabbed here by Denye. Denye sends the pass back to Leonard. Leonard along the right boards. Will dump it back into Denye. Poked away. Nice play by Mounier. He's had a really good game for Flin Flon tonight. I really think he's going to be a real stud defenseman in this league. Handles himself well. Terriers working the blue line. Knocked down that time by Dahl. Yorkton holds it in. Chance here. Back of the goal. Renas out front. Denye will get a hold of it. That would hit somebody in front. Yakubchuk thought about pinning it up along the boards. And he changed his mind, and they take it away from him. The puck will come outside the zone, and Dahl will race back and grab it at the Yorkton blue line. Flin Flon changing. Dahl to center. Dahl across the line. Sempt got in his lane. And the puck is picked up and flipped back to center. Knocked down here by Cormier. He's got one of the 2 Yorkton goals tonight. Scored in the very first shot of the game. Could that hold up as the game winner? It'll be interesting. Flin Flon looking to bring the house. They got to score twice here. Danchuk, not sure why he's doing that, but he'll hammer it down the ice. Icing is waved off. I can't figure this out at all. Flin Flon really got lucky there. Well, that's right. They were killing the penalty because Parsons was in there. So much has happened. That's why. Yorkton was on the power play to start the period. That's why it wasn't an icing call. So it makes perfect sense. That's why he was doing it. Puck hits a high stick. Cormier can't pick it up. Now he does. Henriksen grabs it. I forgot all about the power play to start the third period.
You're not the 3-time SJHL Media Personality of the Year for nothing, Rob.
I finally figured it out after I'm wondering why he's slapping the puck. Well, now no kidding. And killing a penalty.
And a shout out to our friend Nolan Chapman-Purich, who is listening out on the East Coast, who learned
Is he really?
No.
Well, you might be.
Oh, who knows?
Face off outside the Flin Flon blue line. 2-0 Yorkton in front. Johnston gets it to center. Knocked away. Here's a chance maybe for Bassell. Bassell cutting in, shoots. Go. Oh, what a save by Craig. Absolutely robbed him. Bassell looked like he had him.
He thought he did too. You did too.
Yeah, I did because he went down and looked like he had a lane there. What a great save that was. And I love Bassell. This is a guy that I think has got a lot of skill. There he is again. Bassell across the line, shoots it on target. That time Craig will get the right pad. Net comes flying off again. Stetton goes flying into that. So there you go, Raphael. A perfect opportunity for Bassell. Didn't do anything wrong, made a good move, but Craig just able to get that nice glove hand out there.
Yeah, he showed off some great hands there, as you were talking about earlier in the game, and Craig just denied him. I think he kind of semi threw his hands up in the air thinking he was going to score. We thought it was a goal up here, but another big stop from Craig, who has just been a wall for the Yorkton Terriers tonight.
31 shots for Flin Flon, 31-17. But it's the Yorkton Terriers, the 2-0 lead. Piccinino set for a big face-off here against Briltz inside the Yorkton zone. Boy, it looked like Flin Flon's going to get that early third period goal there, but give Craig credit. A tremendous goaltender, 943 save percentage, like we said, coming into the game tonight. Little blue line. There's a long shot. Craig stopped that. The puck is loose. And he'll grab a hold of it. It was loose momentarily. Flin Flon again doing all the right things, getting in front, whacking away. Sooner or later, it's got to go in, doesn't it?
Well, you would think so. And Piccinino trying to get into a scrap here with the referee, or the official preventing it here.
Just underway in the third period, 16:58 to go. And a 2-0 Yorkton lead. We're going to wonder if that late goal in the second could be a big factor. Broncos lead the Wings 2-1 in the second. And Melfort to 1-0 lead on North Battleford. After one period of play, the other 2 games out of town here tonight. And of course, the Humboldt Broncos in town for a pair of games this weekend, Raphael. And been a great rivalry. Of course, Braden Klamosko now behind the bench there.
Very familiar here. He's a favorite. Waitresses know him here. He gets his mail here. He could.
Very, very popular guy across the league for good reason. Fantastic guy, and obviously a very smart hockey man. I thought there was going to be a chance in front for Anderson again. Craig was out of position. Yeah. Save. Here's Remus back the other way. That looked offside to me, but Anderson will come back and grab the puck anyway. Maybe he can get Flin Flon on the board. There's Tanchuk back to Anderson. Lots of room to center. Anderson across the line. Drilled that one just wide. Nice shot there. Semp will pick up the loose puck. Back of the goal. The big line for Flin Flon trying to make something happen. Tanchuk in the blue line. Shot on target. Save made. Loose puck. Oh, I think that one hit the post. Semp off the pipe. Great chance. It did hit the goal post. I just heard somebody yell below here. And boy, it's just been that kind of a start for Flin Flon. Cohen Semp should have them on the board, but he hit the pipe. 2-on-1 for Yorkton. Denwye and Junik. Gonna take the pass. Denwye back to Junik, and he can't finish up. Tanchuk back the other way. Swings the pass to Semp. Dropped it off to Anderson. Middle of the ice, a shot blocker save made here by Craig, and then Anderson throws the big hit in behind the play as the fans cheer that.
Yeah, Semp nailed Zoyer.
There's Aldridge back for Yorkton, back of his own net. Boy, Flin Flon's had a nice game here tonight. Deserve a better fate again, but Yorkton's doing what they need to do. There's a pass to Knutson. Knocked off his stick by Leppert. Great play there. Feeds this one back to Mounier. Mounier to center ice. Cormier will dump it in. There's Aldridge for the Terriers. Back of his own net. Threads the needle. Grabs the puck in his own blue line. Stays with it at center. He'll dump it back in Flin Flon territory. Morecourt knocked that down back of the goal, played it over there. There's Lepper. Swings the pass to Parsons. I think Mike has changed up the lines a little bit because Parsons had started the game here tonight with Anderson and Ringer, so they have changed lines up a little bit. Here's Mounier, his shot. Not sure what a hit in front. I guess Craig's got it. He must have went off of Parsons' ankle. I lost sight of it through traffic there, but wait, it's up in Ald's.
It's in Ald's padding.
Nobody seems to know where.
No one knows where the puck is. They lost sight of it, so they just blew it down.
I'm not sure what happened. I think it went up into Ald's equipment. I think is where it is. Referee's going to go over there.
He's going to go check Ald.
Yeah, Ald's got it in his equipment there. Now Emery's trying to say that it went off and hit the netting. Maybe it did. A lot of traffic in front of the net once again. 14:49 to go, third period. Big face-off. Joey Lee's lining up here against Briltz. Briltz wins the draw. Puck cleared back to center. Grabbed here quickly. Fired back in by Smith. Lees can't get to it. Terriers will ice it. And Flin Flon will get a face-off once again back inside the Yorkton zone. So 14 and a half to go. Shots are now 37-17. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's been a tremendous effort as it's been all in the Yorkton end as the Bombers just haven't been able to get that one past Craig. He's given up big rebounds. They've had big bounces. Have
hit a goalpost.
Things that we thought were in, they just haven't.
Muka off the face-off, tried to get the front end. Ewan set him up. Ewan's had one of his better games, I thought, for Flin Flon tonight. Of course, he had a couple great chances in the second period. Yorkton will get the puck to center. This is Ingram. Across the line, Ingram hanging on, shoots it over top of that. Boy, this guy, dangerous every time he's out there. And like we mentioned, no stranger to Olofsson, played for Mountain BC, was very happy to get him in that deal with Weyburn. Flin Flon will flip it back in. Blockered away that time by Craig. Loose puck flipped back to the Bomber blue line. That's Tanchuk on top of that one. Beats it back to Schaefer. Onside, Ryder Muka. Trying to slide the pass to Seitz. Can't pick it up. Rolls in front of the Terrier net. Craig will grab it. And he'll hang on with 13:49 to go. And the Terriers not playing with really a lot of urgency in the third period. Maybe they feel two will be enough.
Well, they've been on their heels a lot because I think the Bombers, right from the get-go, being down two, they've been playing with a lot of urgency. They've just poured it on ever since the period started, knowing that they're going to have to get 2 goals past Craig, which is going to be an uphill climb here.
Face off inside the Terrier zone. They win the draw. Knutson gets it to center before it's picked off by Schaefer. Hammered right back in. Stinton will go flying after that one. Knocked away back of the goal by Cormier. Puck flipped ahead. Trying to get that to Knutson. Broken up that time by Tanchuk. Flin Flon has the 3-on-2. Pass off front. Then cuts in. Ripped it over top of the right shoulder that time. I think people thought it hit somebody in the bench. Everybody kind of stopped. Sights back. And another good chance for Flin Flon, but they come up empty. Here's Knutson. Back to center ice, picked up here by Ald. He'll drop it back to Tavender. He fights off a check, holds it in for the time being. Now it's grabbed here by Vassell, overskates it. They'll move it ahead to Seitz. He's drilled. Puck will roll back in the Yorkton zone. Tavender. He'll knock it down back in it. Flin Flon's got out shooting Yorkton 10-1 in this third period. But it's a 2-0 Terrier lead. Sev can't pick it up. Renus has it for the Terriers. He's got some room. Renus lost the handle. Lepper had to take it off his stick. Here's a chance. They tried to come back out front. That was Denwyer. He had Renus out front, but he couldn't get it to him. It was broken up. Carter Anderson for Flin Flon. Tried to come back. Shot got blocked. Held in here by Renus. Renus hangs on a shot. Blocked that time by Mounier. Nice job. Anderson. Once again, can't get it outside the zone. Picked up by Renus in the corner. Out front, now Anderson grabs it. He'll take off. Anderson to center. Chipped it ahead. Cohen set for chance. Into the glove. And Craig will make the save. Jet line tonight there, Raphael Saray. Winnipeg ahead 3-2 in the third period.
Undefeated so far in this
only team left undefeated in the league.
Young NHL season.
How many people would have picked that?
Me and Larry Fashion, that's who.
That's right, the 2 big Jets fans.
We're a big deal on FanDuel and DraftKings and all these things. We're doing pretty well.
You want to hear the Montreal score?
Well, why don't you tell it to me?
7-3 Rangers.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they get a field goal, they'll be back in it.
Exactly. Here's Yakimchuk. He'll fire that one in. Bring her back. No chance out front there. He had Cormier back door, but again, he couldn't knock it down. Great opportunity once again. Here comes Leonard the other way, poked away nicely by Tanchuk or Yakimchuk rather, at the blue line. Now Leonard trying to get back into position, but Smith came over and took it away from him. Puck lifted out. Palin, who's got the second Yorkton goal, will go back and he'll fire that over to Reese. Henriksen at center will dump it back in, and Yorkton will make another wholesale change. Smith will pick up the puck back in the Bomber net. 11 and a half to go in the game. 2-0 Yorkton in front. Here comes Parsons to Cormier. Tried to come back off a stick, comes outside the blue line, grabbed here by Tanchuk, ripped in. Oh, took a funny hop there off of Leonard. Changed direction in a hurry. Terriers set up behind their own net. Cavender to Briltz. He'll dump it in with Ingram in pursuit. He might be a little bit tired. Briltz with the interception. He'll hold it in. A shot from an off angle, and Morcourt there to grab that. He'll hang on. 11:07 to go. 39-17 the overall shot count. 11-2 Bombers here in the third period. Again, played a nice game tonight, but just not getting rewarded.
And you can feel Yorkton just holding on for dear life as they are just being onslaughted with this offensive effort by the Bombers. Yorkton just trying to hold on here as the Bombers just trying to grind out at least one, and then maybe, do one of your Patrick Waugh moves, pull the goalie earlier, you never know.
Hey, it worked for him more often than not. And of course, that goal post by Semp is a big deal here in the third, too. That would have got them back in the game here early. But it remains 2-0. Here's the pass to Tavender across the Bomber line. Looking for someone to give it to. Ald was in there, but he couldn't pick up the puck. Lees poked it back of the net. That's Schaefer up the boards. They'll feed it back to Tanchuk at center. He'll get a hold of it. He'll lift it right back in. There's Dahl out of the corner. Back of the goal for Cormier. Ewan after him, he gets rid of it, it redirects, it comes back to center ice. Schaefer, back to Lees, he'll tap it in, Aldo go back to get it. Ewan coming in on him, throws a big body check, and they get to turn over the corner. That's how you got to do it. Ewan out of the corner, shoots it, save made by Craig. Lots of traffic in front, but Craig still found a way to get his right pad on that one. Ald, hit hard here, nice play by Munier. Ewan slides a pass back to Lepper, but Ald intercepted it. Mounier will get it back. Here's Mounier to center. Across the line, shot block, gets it back. Over top of the net. Bissell, who's had chances tonight, tried to knock that one down. Denwye at center. He can't grab this puck. It rolls back inside the Bomber line. That's picked up here by Seitz. Less than 10 minutes to play. Flin Flon needing 2 goals to tie this game. The effort's been there. Can they get a break and get a goal? They came back to center. Got by Bissell. He'll take off back across the Yorkton line. Hangs on to it. Bissell a chance. Kicked away. Big rebound in front, but right on the stick that time of Reynes. NYA at center can't grab it. Flin Flon gets it back. This is Yakimchuk. Forced back in his own zone. Junit all over him. Got it out though. Seitz can't pick up the pass. It'll roll back inside the Yorkton zone. There's Palin. He gets a hold of it. He'll lift it out. Grabbed by Anderson in his blue line. We're going to see a lot of him, I would think, in the final 9 minutes. Carter Anderson passes it to Semp. Semp off his off wing. Shoots it off the stick and wide. To the blue line. Held in here by Smith. Kicked away again by Craig. And Denwye tied up here with Smith as that one goes over the glass and out of play. 8:54 remaining as Flin Flon has now hit 40 shots in the game.
Yeah, they've done everything properly. It's one of those games where if you're Mike Reagan and you draw things up and you look at things technically, the Bombers should be 2-2, should be 3-2, but it's just got to be very frustrating on the bench for the coach to watch this great effort not have the results. 8:54 to go, media timeout. Let's see what's happening around the SJHL here tonight. Mention, of course, all the NHL scores. How's the 8-game win streak looking for Weyburn?
I'm going to find out here momentarily. It was 2-1 Humboldt the last I checked, but let's take a look and see what's happening. Of course, the Elgar Peterson Arena, pretty tough place to win a hockey game, but I like that group of Weyburn forwards this year. That's as good a group of forwards as I've seen from them easily in the last decade. Full marks to them for coming in and winning back-to-back games in Flin Flon. Still 2-1 Humboldt after 2, and Melfort remains in front of Battleford 1-0. That's early in the second period. I'll tell you what, the Mustangs, they don't lose a lot at home any year.
No, that's I've had the pleasure to call games in there, and it is a very just odd building, how it's all spaced out and how the sound works, and Melfort really has a benefit to when they play in there because they kind of lull you into a leisurely pace, and then when you make a mistake, they pounce on it. And it's different than the lounge. It's different than here. Every building's got their own quirks and funks to it, as you know, Rob.
Patterson's got the goal. Yeah. Melfort 3-1 at home. They're 5-1 on the road. They're one loss right here. The last time Flin Flon won a game was here against the Mustangs.
Yeah, that was probably that bomber effort the night they put I think they won 6-2 against that one, and they were just lighting it up and looking like the Bombers of old.
The puck went in that night. Here comes Ingram back the other way for Yorkton. He'll bring it in. Flin Flon works it out. Puck is set back to center. Grabbed here by Cohen Semp. Feeds it back to Yakubchuk. Yakubchuk to center. There's a nice pass to Piccinino. Piccinino down the wing. His shot. Turned away again by Craig. Big rebound. Scooped up back of the goal that time. But the Terriers couldn't knock it down cleanly. Flin Flon holds it in. A chance. Oh, just squirts through. Great chance that time by Smith. Penalty coming up to Yorkton, I believe.
Semp took one in the mouth.
He certainly did. So Flin Flon going to get a power play. Maybe they'll be able to break through here with a power play marker.
If not now, this is going to be the opportunity, because they got to get a couple past Craig, and they got to start as soon as possible. And the Bomberman advantage looked a little bit better there on the last time that they had the 5-on-4.
A high sticking penalty called against Johnston. And Flin Flon will go back to the power play for the third time. You know what? I wonder if you pull the goalie, go 6-on-4 here just to get a goal.
You love pulling the goalie. I don't know what you got
something.
What do you got against netminders that you don't want them doing their jobs? I'm very interested to see if coach is going to shake things up in the lines here for this first power play effort.
Patrick Waugh was 11 minutes in the game one time he pulled his goalie.
We remember the victories. How many times did he do it? It didn't work out.
Fair enough. Here's a chance for Ringer. Pass off front. Great save there by Craig on Anderson. That looked like the Carter Anderson of old. Exactly where he scored all those goals last year. What a stop by Craig. Flin Flon forced back in their own zone. Here they go on the power play. Ringer sends it up the right side. Anderson falls down, blows a tire. Yorkton a chance for 2-on-1 here, as they'll throw that one in. Ringer took a bit of a slash that time, as him and Hendrickson were battling. Semp comes back to get it. 2 power play goals for him on the year. They really missed Keith Gruner. There's 3 power play goals, who won't be back in uniform till after their break in early November. Ringer makes the way to the blue line, hangs on, nice pass. Ooh, over top of the stick that time, Anderson, but a nice feed. Anderson, nice pass. Ringer had trouble handling it. Puck will stay in. Here's Ryder Ringer, back to Lepper. Anderson rips it. Save made. Anderson gets it back out front. Ringer. Oh, one pass too many behind Piccinino. Should have shot it. Piccinino works it back to blue line. Back out front to Ringer. He's covered, looking for someone to give it to. 51 seconds remaining in the power play. Got caught in the corner. Lepper will hold it in. Back out front to Anderson. Little trouble handling that one. He's tied up. Puck to the blue line. Knocked down. Nice job by Lepper. Piccinino walks in. Shoots it. Fires it wide. Denye will get a hold of it. That'll get past Lepper. And back in Flin Flon territory. 30 seconds to go in the power play. 6.5 remaining in the game. Yorkton in front 2-0. Here's a chance for Schaefer pinching in. Schaefer along the boards here for Cormier. Got their last goal on Saturday in that 4-1 setback against the Wings. Nobody has scored since then. Flin Flon has had a tough time with any type of offense. Here's a nice pass to Cormier again. He'll lift it in. Power play set to expire. Picked up, fired down the ice. Nice play. Flin Flon 0 for 3 in the game. 6:15 remains. Cormier takes it off his skates. Move to center. Feeds it back to Lees. Lees will get a backhander away. Craig got his stick on that one. Lees gets his own rebound. The blue line gets away from Schaefer. He better hurry. Ingram coming down on him. Schaefer back of the goal. Schaefer up the wall. Cormier has it. Cormier. He'll dump it in. Flin Flon can't get a hold of it. This is Renus back inside his own zone with Cormier on top of him. Almost gave it away to Lee's back of the net. Didn't see him there, I don't think. Puck picked up, set back to center. Smith got a glove on it. Terriers 3-on-1. Here's Ingram down the wing, trying to come back out front. Hit a stick. Picked up here by Bassell. Bassell tried to go wide here on Aldridge. Bassell will carry it in. Aldridge got back in position, made a terrific play on him. Ingram stays out there. Here's the lead pass to Renus to center. Renus hit hard, picked up by Leonard. Ingram a shot, and that's blocked here by Yakubchuk. 5:13 to go, Raphael, and time might be the enemy right now.
Yeah, this has been a fast-flowing third period as not a lot of whistles, and that opportunity with the Bombers with the man advantage, I felt like that was the chance they had. They set up well. They did get their shots on net, but they were just denied. It just feels like things are tightening up, and this may not be the Bombers' night.
45-18 the shots in favor of Flin Flon, but they're down a pair of goals with just over 5 minutes remaining in the game. Cormier. He'll lift that one over the glass and out of play, and Flin Flon getting a bit of a break tonight. No Hammond and no Coyle for Yorkton tonight either. Two of their better offensive.
Yeah, Coyle's a fun guy to watch. We've seen him and on the Flow TV highlights.
He was a big part of that Sleva trade last year.
Yeah, and maybe that's some of that flash that we were talking about. I think him and Hammond provide a little bit of that spark, as there's a lot of quality here, and you add those two guys to it, you add a little panache to what the York Terriers already have.
Mind you, Flin Flon missing Olsen and Gruner as well, and Gruner in particular, at least offensively, has certainly been a big loss. He was leading their team in scoring when he got injured, and actually when he was still playing, Flin Flon was over 500. But the offense is dried up without him. Terriers hold it in. There's a pass out front. Mounier got a stick on that one. Here's Ewan. Makes a good move. Ewan gets it to center. Quick pass to Stitten, but broken up quickly. Here's Knutson for the Terriers. Knutson. He'll flip it in and go off for a change, and this will force Mounier back in his own zone. 4.5 to go. Beats the pass to Bassell. Intercepted here by Reedus. Walks in. Big rebound. That's kicked in. That shouldn't even count. I want to see the replay on this one. Marquardt made the save. It came. Well, the Bombers aren't arguing, Raphael. I thought he kicked it in.
They're not waving it off.
It went off his body for sure. I'd love to see the replay on that one. A 3-0 Yorkton lead. Judic, I think, is going to get credit for it. I think it just redirected off of. Here's the replay right here. It definitely went off his skate, did it not? Here it is.
Well, you need a distinct kicking motion for it to be, at least that's the NHL rule.
Well, nobody argued it. Junic's third of the year. That'll come at the 15:40 mark, and that pretty much might do it. So Judic will get the goal. And we'll see what happens now, but a very quiet Whitney Forum, Raphael, and I hate to say, but a few fans are actually getting up and leaving.
Well, maybe just getting some popcorn, Rob. We got, the diehards here may think there'll still be overtime.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Face off inside the Terriers zone to the right of the netminder, Craig, who's done everything he can tonight. Bombers win the draw. Here's Schaefer's quick chance. Piccinino broke his stick as it redirected off him, but 662, not a bad crowd here for a Tuesday night. They just announced that. Here's Schaefer at center. Throws it back across the line here for Township. Township to Anderson. Up the left side, broken up by Johnston. Back out front, hammered off the glass and cleared to center. Township waits for it. He'll feed it back to Schaefer. Here's the pass to Piccinino. Piccinino will throw it in. Johnston there, Anderson on top of him. Puck kicked back of the goal, Anderson after it. Out of his reach, grabbed instead here, while the Terriers have flipped back to center. 3-0, they lead it, 3.5 to go, and again have just been very opportunistic in this game, without a couple of really good forwards in Hammond and Coyle, but York did a good hockey club there, finding ways to, let's face it, injury is such a big part of the game right now. You're probably not many nights. You could say any team is probably playing their whole lineup.
Yeah, every team can discuss that, and I know going to the playoff series, it's always, you go with the team you have. You don't go with the team that you necessarily wanted that you started the year with. But when you do get those players back, it's almost like a trade when it really injects some life into the team.
So just got a word from the commissioner on that last goal, Raphael. The new rules this year, that counts because it's outside the crease.
All right.
There you go.
If he says so.
Well, he would know. 3.5 to play, third period, and boy, tough night for the Flin Flon Bombers start, Raphael. 46-19 the shots. Have had a lot of good opportunities, but the frustration continues in the offense. And again, you can tell guys to play better defensively. You can tell guys to hit more, do different things, but it's very difficult to tell. How do you tell guys to score?
There's no really, you just kind of work your systems, and as you hope goals are going to come out of it. As there was a meeting with the officials.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe they are. Now the referee will come over and concur with Emery Olafson.
Is the commissioner texting the refereeing crew?
Well, this is a few minutes after that goal, though. This must be something else. I don't know. Interesting. Ryder Ringer set for the face-off here just outside the Yorkton blue line.
I'm thinking one of the officials has the 50-50.
Oh, maybe that.
That's what they were doing.
Emery wants
they were just checking their tickets. So
Emery wants his cut of the loot.
Yeah.
My God. 3:16 to play. 3-0 Yorkton leads it. Looking to get back on the winning track after, of course, losing 6 points for playing an ineligible player. But well-oiled machine tonight for sure. As Flin Flon will throw it in deep. Both Cormiers in there. Terriers will flip the puck to blue line. Craig looking for his second shutout of the year. Now that I jinxed him, we'll see if he keeps it.
Oh, why did you say it, Rob? We all know that announcers have this magical power to be able to affect players.
Well, like I said, 940. He's delivered tonight. 943 save percentage. He's looked good.
Yeah, the thing that struck me, he's given up big rebounds and then been able to make saves off of him. 2 or 3 chances.
Mounier will flip that towards the front. Then he kicked that one out. He always seems to kick it over to a Yorkton guy, though, I notice. Ringer in front, tried to tap that one, and it's loose. Ringer in the crease, tried to knock it down. He'll flip into the blue line. Knocked down by Lepper. He'll hang on to it. Lepper walks in. Good save, Craig. A lot of traffic in front, but he'll reach out and grab it. And again, Flin Flon doing a lot of the little things well, I guess. If you're a coach, you just want to continue to do the little things well, and hopefully sooner or later it's going to turn around. Law of averages have got to work out.
You would think so, because the effort's been there, the positioning has been there, the Bombers have been physical when they had to be. They haven't taken dumb penalties. There's not a lot you can critique with the Bomber game tonight, other than the lack of actually scoring.
They're on the cusp of 50 shots. 49-19, 2:42 to go. Lees, Muka, Ewan, who've had their moments tonight, out there for this big face-off deep in Yorkton territory. Mounier and Lepper. Looks like Leonard's going to go in and take the face-off here against Lees. They tie up. Leonard will swat it in the corner. Ewan on top of it. Opportunity here. They'll move it back to blue line. Mounier hangs on. Fires it in. That got blocked. Broach will tap it outside the zone. Cavender after it. Can't pick it up. Here's Lepper. Lost the handle. Comes back to Mounier. Mounier throws it back to Ewan. He'll tap it in. Icing is called. 2:18 to go, and we'll see where Mike Reagan goes from here with the very talented Humboldt Broncos, like we said, coming to town for games on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, going to be another test for the good guys, the mighty Maroon and White. And remember, on that Saturday night game, folks can tune in to FlinFlonOnline.com and get Rob Hart's action if you can't be near a computer or any sort of device anywhere around the planet, live and free on FlinFlonOnline.com.
Absolutely. Here's Ewan. Tried to lift it out. That got blocked. Mounier will get it back. Here's Lepper. 2 minutes to go. Even if you're Flin Flon here, Raphael, getting a goal just to get some momentum for the weekend.
And just to spoil this shutout, I think that's going to be the motivation coming on here in those last 2 minutes.
Here's Joey Lees back to point to Tajik, a chance. That one redirected off Lepper out front. Ewan ties up his guy in the corner, trying to get it free. Puck is set down the ice. Icing against the Terriers, so Flin Flon will get another face-off deep in Yorkton territory. 1:42 to go. And again, a 3-0 deficit, and I think that goal at the end of the second period was probably the turning point of this game.
Yeah, that was a rough one because the Bombers hadn't made too many mistakes, and a small one that they made ended up in the back of Marquardt's net there. But there haven't been big turnovers. They haven't, lost the physical edge on it.
There's a chance, a knuckleball. Craig made the save. He couldn't jump on it. Schaefer will keep it in. He shoots it on target. There's a stick broken in half, laying at the side of the net here. Palin, he'll leave it in the corner. Yorkton can't lift it out. Now they get a hold of it. Leonard's got it to center. Feeds that one back. Terriers bring it in. There's a chance from the off angle that time by Cavender. Flin Flon will get it back out. Center ice, Bissell the drop pass to Stinton. Feeds it over to Schaefer, can't shoot it. Play stolen, Yorkton gets 3 away to center. Johnston throws that one over to All with a minute remaining in the hockey game. Flin Flon looking like they're going to drop their 4th straight game. 3 goals in 4 games. Johnston back, look out! Stinton drilled him in the corner. Oh my goodness, that looked ugly. That might be a suspension, Raphael.
And now things are getting physical in the corner here.
That was horrible. Stinton's not that type of player, but he rode him in there hard. That's a suspension, I'm positive. That's an unfortunate way to end this game with 42.7 seconds to go. The Yorkton trainer, thank goodness he's getting up. At least I hope he does. He's sitting up now.
Well, he's sitting up. Yeah, he's conscious, that's for sure. Probably not too happy.
That's got to be a suspension, I would think. At least from what I saw. I'm not sure what Yorkton player that is. Knutson, they got him sitting up here. He went in the corner hard, 42.7. And again, they're just battling for the puck. I get that, but anytime you make contact with a guy's head in any shape, way, or form, it's a very dangerous situation. So 42.7 seconds to go. Not a great way to wind down the game tonight. We certainly pray the young man's okay. Looks like it might be his neck here. At least that's what the trainer's looking at. And he went in there hard. Like, that was scary. I don't think I want to see the replay on that.
No, he definitely got smushed, and he went down in a heap. He's conscious. He's moving his neck, so.
He did sit up right away, which is a good sign. We mentioned Yorkton does have some injury problems. As good of a team as they have, they're missing Coyle and Hammond tonight, and somebody sitting down on the ice here right now.
There's a double minor on the board here.
Yeah. Humboldt ahead 2-1. They're in the third period. Weyburn, like we said, trying to pick up that elusive 8th straight win. And Melford with just over 6 minutes in the second period.
Johnston, and he's back up.
Thank goodness he's up, a little bit wobbly, and I have a feeling he'll be leaving the game. The Yorkton trainer got out there right away and was assisting him. And a double minor to Stinton, and I'm sure maybe more discipline headed his way. 42.7 seconds to go. Yorkton, a nice lift for them as they'll make their way to Larange tomorrow. Not exactly a free 2 points at the Mel Hagelin Uniplex anymore.
Well, you never know what kind of a Larange team you're going to play. That's the thing.
They're usually pretty good at home.
They're inconsistent, but that goes period to period as well as game to game.
Double minor on the board. Yorkton will go to the power play to finish out the game. There's 42.7 seconds remaining. And we hope that Johnston's all right. Reese will knock it down, gets it back to Aldridge. That one got blocked. Here's Yakubchuk down the ice. Oh, he didn't miss by much. Kind of fooled Craig a little bit, maybe. Ringer tried to get in there. He's drilled. He can't pick it up. Terriers moving ahead to Ingram. He can't pick it up either. Puck laying across the line, comes back to center. Here's Briltz. Trying to feed that one back to Ingram. Rolls back across the Yorkton line. That's Aldridge. Aldridge has got it. Feeds it over to Knutson. Knutson in his blue line to center. Lifts it ahead. Reese will pick it up. Couldn't get the shot away. Briltz will keep it in. They're counting down the final few seconds, and a big win here for the Yorkton Terriers tonight. The Bombers beat them in all 6 meetings last year. They dropped the first 2 this season. And Henry's Olafson's team comes through. They give up 50 shots, but none of them in the back of the net. And that's a goose egg for the Bombers tonight, despite a pretty good effort here, Raphael.
Yeah, the full effort for the Flin Flon Bombers. They deserved a better fate, but when you run into somebody like Caleb Craig, it's very impressive to see what he did. Boy, the rebounds he gave away were big, and the Bombers just weren't able.
Yorkton only had 3 shots in that third period.
Well, like I was saying, they were just holding on. They were just holding on for dear life as the Bombers put it all on them, but it was just one of those nights where nothing was going in. The puck looked like a beach ball probably from where Craig was sitting, and the Bombers, once again, we're sounding like broken records here, but aren't able to get enough scoring, and I gotta feel bad for Kenny Marquardt again because he's not getting a lot of goal support. Well,
that would be 7 starts for Marquardt now, and I think 11 goals, so that's not even a goal a game. How do you win that way? Well, I guess you don't.
Well, that's exactly what I've been at here. And once again, as we were saying, goaltending, no matter who is in between the pipes for the Bombers, not really a problem. He gave him a chance there. And this game could have been, 2-2 after 2, something like that. But it was the Yorkton Terriers getting that first goal, I think, kind of jarred the Bombers. And then they really poured it on the second and third period, but weren't able to get anything past.
Yorkton, I think that might be Big Ingram there, or Knutson, sorry, talking to the official. I think they're talking about that hit at the end of the game, I'm sure, but they'll obviously send that in. That was a tough break there on Stinton. Again, not that type of player, Raphael, but You ride a guy on the boards like that, and it's a head injury. The league does not. They'll punish guys that do that.
Yeah, they were racing for the puck, and then they just couldn't stop in a dime the way he wanted, and they just collided into the boards. But good to see Johnson at least getting up under his own power.
All righty, we'll get Raphael to pick his own 3 stars here tonight.
The real 3 stars.
I don't know if he wants to agree with what's on. We'll just run down the goals here quickly. Raphael will pick the 3 stars. We'll wrap things up. Once again, Cormier, first shot of the game, holds up as the game winner. Go figure. His third from Ingram at 3:46. They'd score a goal in each period. They got one late in the second. Pallinger, his fourth from Renas and Laliberti at 18:34. I really thought that was the big dagger tonight. Van Junik gets his third from Remas off his leg and in at 15:40. And that would make the final 3-0 shots. 22-3 for Flin Flon in the third period. They wind up with 50 tonight. The Terriers wind up with 19. Both teams 0 for 3 on the power play, Raphael, but unfortunately for Flin Flon, their 4th straight defeat and 3 goals in those 4 games.
Yeah, that first penalty kill was very impressive by Yorkton, and then the Bombers got a little more confidence and a little more oomph to their power play. Not enough to get a goal, but they were setting up a little more, and then the Bombers really poured it on in the third period, but they ran into the wall. That was Caleb Craig, and a 50-save shutout for the Yorkton netminder. I don't know if the you know a little bit more Bomber history than I there, Rob Hart, but can't be too often that the Bombers get 50 shots and walk away with no goals.
And a lot of them were good shots tonight.
And especially that second and third period, I thought they outplayed Yorkton, but it was just one of those things where this has been the story of the year. The Bombers aren't getting the scoring that they need. They're getting the chances, they're getting the effort, but not getting the results.
3 stars. Who do you like tonight?
Number 3, I'm going to give Kenny Marquardt the one there for the Flin Flon Bombers. Riley Cormier with the game winner in the opening minutes, your second star. And we'll give Caleb Craig with his 50-save effort the top star.
Yeah, I think everybody saw the first start tonight. Craig, like we said, a 943 save percentage coming in. Brilliant performance tonight. And again, Flin Flon got in tight. They drove the net. They did a lot of good things. And if you're Mike Craig, what do you say to your group after this game?
Yeah, he's going to have to look at the tape and just see where there may be some things to improve on. But I don't know what you do. We've been saying juggle the lines a little bit, see how things are going in practices, because the Bombers definitely deserved a better fate tonight.
And like we said, a lot of the chances were in tight. They were driving the net. They were doing good things. And other than the first power play tonight, their power play moved the puck around well.
Yeah, that penalty kill was very impressive by Yorkton to get things going. I thought things slowed down a little bit there in that first period there when Yorkton was just trying to clear it out, and then things really picked up. And when the pace picked up, that's when the Bombers really woke up and got things going with a lot of chances. Again, they got lots of rebound opportunities, but weren't able to get anything really, the way that they wanted. But things to build on. Really like that third line, that Sitten-Bossel line.
Yeah, they played well.
Bossel showing off some good hands. Anderson, of course, kind of putting himself in the right spot where he needs to be. And you would think you keep doing that the Bombers are going to be getting off the schneid a little bit, but it's got to be frustrating for the maroon and white tonight.
It is. We'll see if they can turn things around against the Humboldt Broncos on the weekend. Raphael, great to work with you again. Great analysis, and who knows, now that Mike Slip's been named the new head scout of the Swan Valley Stampeders, might be some more. He might be away more often than he's here.
Well, whatever he needs to do, I know he is taking his accreditation to drive the bus as well. So when he's out on the highways and the byways, I'll be more than happy to step in.
So a big thanks to Raphael Sray helping out with color commentator. Of course, a big thanks to Rico and Matt Morrison as well for the big production on Flow TV tonight. The final score: the Yorkton Terriers back on the winning track. I guess they snapped a 3-game losing streak.
Technically, that's correct.
Yeah, and they get back on the winning track tonight with a 3-0 victory, improving their overall record to 6-6. So with this victory, we'll leapfrog both LaRange and Flin Flon. Will grab second spot once again. The Bombers, after the loss, will fall to 5-7-1. And again, Braden Klamosko, the Humboldt Broncos, coming to town this weekend. We'll see if, first and foremost, get a goal in the first period and see what happens. They got to score early.
They can't be letting themselves dig too many holes in, especially the third period. Score early or score at all.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks to Raphael. Thanks to everybody else. Good night for the Whitney Farm. We'll see you back here on the weekend.